now the coin toss. Colony wins the toss. Let's see what they elect to do. I believe they elect to take the football, right?
Yes, they did.
Yep.
Oh, they deferred.
Okay, so Colony Cougars win the toss. They defer. And so North Crowley will take the opening kickoff tonight as the Colony Cougars start out with a bang and with a coin toss win. And we're going to see what happens here with the Colony Cougars and the North Crowley Panthers. Man, oh man, number 56 from North Crowley is a big monster. And wow.
I tell you, looks like the Cougars are going to have their work cut out for them tonight. I hope they.
And the Colony Cougars come onto the field through the tunnel. And we're off to the 2018 campaign for the Colony Cougars here in North Crowley, Texas, against the North Crowley Panthers. Should be a barn burner tonight. We'll hope that the Colony Cougars can come to play. Hope they're focused and ready to go. We'll see here in just a minute on the opening kickoff. Thanks for joining us here. This is Jeff Green with Garnett Powell, coming to you live on tchsradio.com. Thanks for joining us tonight. We look forward to a 2018 season that's sure to be a lot of football. We'll take a little bit of break. They'll probably have a national anthem here shortly, and we'll get ready for the Panthers to enter the field and get ready to get this thing started. As we get situated in our telephone booth tonight.
August 22nd.
And
our Crowley ISD family experienced the tragic loss of one of our students. Kyrell McBride Johnson was an 8th grade student at Summer Creek Middle School and was a member of the football team. His passing was unexpected and devastating. But the outpouring of love and support for Kyrell's family, friends, teammates, teachers, and coaches has been encouraging and uplifting. We ask that you please continue to keep everyone affected by this tragedy in your thoughts and in your prayers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please join us for a moment of silence in memory of Kyrell McBride Johnson. Thank you. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please stand as the Crowley ISD JROTC Panther Battalion Color Guard presents tonight's colors. And now we ask you to please remain standing and remove your caps as the North Crowley Mighty Panther Band honors America with the playing of our national anthem.
As we get ready for the opening kickoff, the colors are being retired off the field, and the Colony Cougars and the Panthers are getting their kickoff and kickoff return teams respectively ready for the opening kickoff. As we wait here to try to.
The Fort Worth Football Officials Chapter. The referee is Ryan Vance.
Colony Cougars look like they're carrying a roster of 58 men tonight coming into the season opener. Let's hope that that the team stays as healthy as they can. I know we suffered some injuries last week, Garnett, in the scrimmage against Louisville. I'm not sure where we're at with regard to healing of that, but let's hope everything looks good for the Colony Cougars tonight in terms of health.
Yeah, first game of the season, you want everybody to be able to participate. Not only that, but you want to see where your team are in full strength. So it's a big night, big game, first game of the season. Everybody's excited, and everybody's ready to get this game underway.
So it looks like the Colony Cougars are going to set back. Let's see, boy, they're not making this easy to look at.
No, they're in their all whites with gold numerals.
And what do we, man?
Looks like number 12 is going to be our kicker.
Kevin Albaron set to kick for the Colony. Deep to receive for
Kevin,
North Crowley, number 1, Chris Taylor, and number 29,
Kevin
Thomas Latchy Jr.
Albaran. Kevin Albaran's going to be our kicker tonight as he gets ready to take the kickoff for the Colony Cougars. And we're off to a start here in the 2018 season as the kickoff is.
Oh, and he fielded it. And I don't know why the runner didn't let that one go out of bounds, because it was clearly going out of bounds, and he would have got a penalty for that.
He catches
the
ball.
Catches the ball at the
13-yard line, 14-yard line. They're going to spot it, and North Crowley starts the game in a big hole against the Colony Cougars. Not an overly impressive kickoff, as he kicked it almost straight out of bounds.
It was going out of bounds, and the Crowley receiver bailed him out. Good start there for the Cougars.
And he made a diving catch for that kickoff.
And his momentum took him straight out of bounds.
Straight out of bounds. So the Crowley Panthers starting off in a hole against the Colony Cougars. Holy cow, the Panthers are magnanimous on that front line. And looks like they're going to split out 2 to the wide side, 2 to the short side, stacking them on the right side of the set. Out of the shotgun, Crowley will come with the tailback to the quarterback's right, coming north to south on the field as the Colony Cougars line up in, and now they're going to shift 3 to the left, wide side. They're going to drop in under pressure. Quarterback having to scramble to his left. He gets a block out on the corner, and he's off and running. Runs out of bounds. Picked up a first down, looks like. And the Colony Cougars had great coverage, couldn't pick out an open receiver, but managed to let the quarterback scamper for an open 10 yards.
Yeah, and that's going to be key. The corner was out on an island.
And the Colony Cougars
They're
fiddling
gonna
around
quick.
here on a head-up offense. And, the Colony Cougars swarm.
Looks like they knocked the ball out of his hand. Looks like there's going to be the Colony ball.
And the Colony Cougars recover a fumble on a dropped snap, and they'll take over on the North Crowley 18-yard line, looks like the spot will be.
Oh, wow.
And
couple of big breaks here early for the
wow, the Colony Cougars have gotten 2 gifts here in this game already.
And you know what? Hey, take them while you can.
That's what I'm talking about, Garnett. Looking good
like
for the Colony Cougars so far this season.
The Panthers were trying to go with a quick count there, and the quarterback missed the ball, and the Cougars were in the backfield, and oh, wow. After scrambling to get a first down, Cougars came back really good on that play.
They definitely did, and it looks like
he's going to go up top.
Looks like
looks like we got pass interference here in the end zone.
And the Colony Cougars now tried for a touchdown right off the snap, thrown to the left. Who was that receiver?
As we talked about in the pregame show, looks like that was Miller that Harrington was going to. You know, Miller is that basketball player, got that jump ability. He was one-on-one out on an island, and looks like the corner was pass interfered with him.
Don't think that was Miller, my friend. That was Miles.
No, that's 88. That's Miller.
Oh, was it 88? I thought it was 2.
No, that's 88.
So Miller gets a...
And as it happens in the end zone, looks like they're going to get the ball at the 5-yard line.
So Miller gets a great break in the end zone with the pass interference. It's handed off to the tailback to the right, and he easily brings it around the corner for 6 points for the Colony Cougars as they are up on the board first, 2 plays into the game in the 2018 season. Looking promising for the Colony Cougars here tonight as they capitalize on 2 North Crowley mistakes and put this thing in the end zone, Garnett, with ease. North Crowley reeling on their heels right now, wondering what in the heck happened to the Colony Cougars over this summer.
I'll tell you what happened. Defense came out, slapped them in the face, and the offense came out and did their thing, and that run right there by Abdallah, very good job finding the hole.
And the Colony Cougars line up, and who's our place kicker this year? The extra point is good, and the kicker,
number 12,
Kevin Albaran, is going to be. Looks like he's our guy this year on the kicking duties, kickoff and place kicking. So Kevin brings it home sets us up for 7 points here in North Crowley as the Colony Cougars, your Colony Cougars, lead the North Crowley Panthers 7-0 with 11:35 to play in the ball game. And wow, the Colony Cougars have come and made a statement here, Garnett.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better start. You know, you thought the kick was going to go out of bounds. Panthers bailed them out by catching it and running out of bounds. The momentum took them out of bounds. And then they got a gift back right there. So, you know, you deferred the ball, but you got exactly what you wanted. You got a stop, you got the ball on the short field, and you scored a touchdown. Couldn't ask for a better start to the season.
Colony Cougars come out now to line up for the kickoff, and what a great start to the 2018 campaign. Not too much to complain about there, Garnett. You send Miller into the corner, catches a break on a pass interference, and then the Colony scampers in. I don't know who that madman running the football was. We got to catch a number off him.
That was Abdallah.
Shouldn't be hard because he's grown about 100 pounds over the summer. He's a big boy, and Abdallah's going to hurt somebody this year. Definitely going to leave some marks on some L2 linebackers and maybe a free safety or 2. And the Colony Cougars come up to the kickoff. Ball's kicked off and off to North Crowley to the left, and it's going to go out of bounds this time.
This time he let the ball go out of bounds.
Well, I'm sure that he
got a talking to by the coach.
He took a chewing that's going to last a little while here. I'm sure he's got bite marks in his backside, and they're going to take it over on what, about the 22-yard line maybe?
Yeah, it should come out to about the 25.
25 maybe. Let's see where they mark it and start counting this thing off. And they're going to bring it out to the
So they get it at the 30.
North Crowley 30. As Crowley comes up to the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun. Again, stack receivers on the right, wide outs to the left. They're going to stack them on the left as well. Tailback in a standard I set. Quarterback in the shotgun. And snaps away. He's going to fake the handoff to the tailback. Oh, no, tailback takes it, and he's dropped at the line of scrimmage. I think he got stopped for no gain, Garnett.
Let's see looks like they got enough.
Yep, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line of North Crowley, and they'll line up with a full T set in the backfield, 2 wide outs to the right, and they'll hand it off to the right back. He scampers out to the left, and he's dropped 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage at the Panther 25. North Crowley struggling to get this offense out of untracked here, Garnett.
Well, the
Colony defense is swarming tonight. Come out really pumped up and not flat at all, quite the contrary. And the Colony defense is taking it to North Crowley right now. Let's hope this continues tonight. 3 wide outs to the right on the wide side of the field. Quarterback keeper right up the middle of the field. And he picks up first down. He'll pick up a big, looks like 17 yards on the run.
The last launch got the first down, but the middle of the field.
And the North Crowley is going in a hurry-up offense, and Colony defense is a little shaken by the hurry-up. And here they come again. Handoff to the tailback right up the middle of the field. He's swarmed and brought down with a pickup of about 3. Looks like he'll bring it down to the North Crowley 44-yard line, and they're still in a hurry-up. 3 wide outs to the right, wide side of the field from the left hash marks. Lone receiver at the top of your screen on the left side of the field. Quarterback in the shotgun, tailback to his right. Snaps away, he fades out, rolls out to his right. He's looking downfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Doesn't seem, scampers out at about the 49-yard line, maybe the 50. I don't know what in the world the ref's running down the field for, but they're going to spot this one at the 49-yard line of North Crowley. And that quarterback just missed a receiver that got let loose at about the Colony Cougar 30, wide open at the 20.
Yeah.
Thank heavens, because that was 6 points on the board for the Panthers.
Chased by a defender, so he didn't have time to look up to see
3rd and 2 for the Crowley Panthers. It's a quarterback keeper again. This man's off scampering. He brought down at the Colony Cougar 35. Heck of a run. Picks up 16 yards on the carry. The quarterback is unstoppable. Colony Cougars have a defensive lineman down. Not looking good, Garnett.
Well, somebody's got to account for the quarterback. They're getting in the backfield, but they're not. They're hitting the running back, and the quarterback is keeping that ball and getting outside.
Well, the problem is they're coming in around the edge, and they're leaving the middle open. He sidesteps the man rushing and just takes off right up the gut.
Right.
And there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And the pass coverage is so intense. Our L2s are releasing back, dropping in the coverage, and they're giving him 10, 15 yards to run.
Yeah, you got to keep somebody home and account for that. And he's shown the ability to run. So you've got to account for that quarterback.
I can't see the number 32 is down. That doesn't look good. So the Colony Cougars are going to bring number 32 off as he comes off on his own power, which is always a good sign. And Crowley comes up to the line of scrimmage in a T-set. Quarterback under center. Nope, out of the shotgun now. And he'll have 2 wide outs on either side of the field. Tailback to his right. He'll drop, 2-step drop, and he lets one fly. Can he get there? And yes, he does. It's picked up on the run. North Crowley on the board, 6 points, as the right side cornerback of the Colony Cougars just kind of let up on the coverage, Garnett. He had him covered, and the minute he let up, the ball gets out over his shoulder, and it's caught by the North Crowley receiver, and he takes it in for 6. So
yeah, he had no idea where the ball was.
So the Colony Cougars now about to be, as the Crowley comes up to put the extra point on the board and tie this thing up with the Colony Cougars, as the Colony defense goes flat for one play and lets 6 in. Not good, Garnett. That's the same thing we talked about earlier, is Colony Cougar intensity on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, you got a couple of breaks in that where they didn't get the quarterback in the backfield, and then you come down the field and it ends up scoring a touchdown.
So the Colony Cougars now will line up for the PAT attempt. North Crowley sets up, kicker in position, snaps away, and it looks like it's going to be good. And sure enough, North Crowley on the board with 7. Game tied 7-all with the Colony Cougars with 9:44 to play in the first quarter, as North Crowley had a heck of a drive down the field, starting on their own 12-yard line, and due to a couple of letdowns on the Colony Cougar defensive side of the football, North Crowley capitalizes and marches down the field, primarily on that scamper from the quarterback 3 times in a row. He picked up, what, 48 yards in that drive?
Quarterback is quick. You got to keep somebody on him. You can't let him get to the second level.
That middle linebacker is going to have to stay at home.
And your corners have got to do their job. They didn't tackle on the outside, and then they didn't communicate when the ball went up in the air.
So the Colony Cougars now come back. We're even Steven now here in North Crowley, as your Colony Cougar defense lets 6 in, and this game's tied up 7-all as Crowley comes out on kickoff team on the field. Colony Cougars grouping for the kickoff return, and let's see if the Colony Cougars come out with the same result as they had in the last offensive drive, Garnett. Clearly, they're not going to have the same advantage of field position, but let's see what they can do on a kickoff return here.
Yeah, field position was huge.
Was there a penalty on the kickoff?
There may have been a celebration penalty.
Looks like the North Crowley Panthers were penalized on the PAT perhaps, and they're kicking off from their own 25-yard line, as the Colony Cougars still are going to get a gift. I'm not sure. I didn't even see the call. Didn't even see a flag. So let's see what happens here as North Crowley kicks off from their own 25. Your Colony Cougars stacking it up in the middle of the field. Not sure what that's about. Now they're spreading out, and our kickoff return men will drop. Who is our main guy on kickoff return this year, Garnett? It's going to be that'll be number 2, Miles Price, as our center return man. He'll be joined by number 14 and number 22, being Wade Simmons, and it's kicked away. Number 22 will take the ball. Here he comes. He's got a little bit of speed, but he's carrying that thing like a loaf of bread. He's brought down at the Colony Cougar 42-yard line. Almost got it stripped. He's carrying that thing like a loaf of bread, Garnett.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the grocery store like that. You better tuck that.
Wow, he's carrying that thing loose and free, man.
Protect it like you do when your mama cooked those eggs.
That looked dangerous. So the Colony Cougars take over on their own 45-yard line. It was a good return, but man, it was scary watching him sling that football around his head.
Yeah.
Colony Cougars will come out now out of the shotgun, as Mikey will lead the team from the shotgun at the 40-yard line with Abdallah in the backfield with him, and they're going to stagger forward and somehow bring it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 45-yard line, as the Colony Cougars stutter a little bit on that offensive play. It looked like a bad snap. I don't know what the deal was.
Well, I think he had the initial throw, but then he thought about it with his next read, and then he tried to come back, and it wasn't there. If he went with his first instinct, I think he had that man open.
So Mikey now will come up to the line of scrimmage. Harrington, captain of the offense, now brings the team up to the line of scrimmage, and they'll stutter as they do. Defense almost encroached as Harrington brings up the line of scrimmage, stacked on the left side with Abdallah in the backfield. He'll hand it off to Abdallah out around the right side. Abdallah's got lots of room running. He's down to the 40, 35, 30, run out of bounds at about the 23-yard line of the North Crowley Panthers, as I don't know what the Crowley defense was doing on that, but there was no blocking over there. Didn't have to have any blocking. No North Crowley defenders on the left side of the field, Garnett.
No, I don't know what happened there, but it looked like the corner got tangled up with the receiver, and then there was nobody out there to stop Abdallah once he got to the outside.
So that'll be a Colony Cougar first down, and first time this year we get to hear the roar of the Colony Cougar, and as the Cougars come up the line of scrimmage. Harrington in the shotgun, lone man. We got 4 wide outs to the left. Harrington under pressure. He's going to get dropped for a loss. It looks like a loss of about 5-6 yards, maybe 7, depending on where they spot this thing.
I think he wanted to do a quarterback sneak on there, but they as in the Crowley defense, blitzed in the gaps in the holes that he was trying to get into.
Well, number 51 was fooled by nothing. He was all over Harrington on that play, and the Colony Cougars now 2nd and 15 from the North Crowley 30-yard line, we'll call it. Harrington out of the shotgun. He takes the snap. It's a handoff to Abdallah again, up the middle of the field. Not much running room there as the North Crowley defense clogs up the one hole, and Abdallah stopped cold. Might have got it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30-yard line. So still 3rd and 15 of your Colony Cougars in the North Crowley end of the field, but not having a stellar run of it right now, Garnett, as they stutter a little bit here on offense.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't bounce it to the outside.
Out of the shotgun, Mikey will take. Oh, and then we got some big encroachment here on the defense. Are they going to call it on the offense? Draw on him. Let's see what happens here.
Like he's going to be touched.
And they're going to mark this one off against the North Crowley defense on encroachment. Give the Colony Cougars back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10 now from the North Crowley 25.
So this should be manageable for them if they can pick this up.
And
you got Miller one-on-one.
Harrington in the shotgun with a slot back in front of him to the right. Abdallah behind him in the I formation, a little offset to his left, and 2 wide outs to the right. And Miller down at the bottom of your screen in the short side of the field. Snaps away. Harrington fakes it to Abdallah. Out to Miller on the left side. It's caught. Miller down to the 10, the 5, and Miller almost into the end zone, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Miller with a heck of a grab. Up high. Miller brings it down and out to the 1-yard line as the Colony Cougars pick up a first down.
Wow, I thought he was going to dive there at the very end there. But it's still a first down, Cougars. What a juke move there by Miller.
And the Colony Cougars now knocking at the door of the North Crowley Panthers. What a catch by Miller and a throw by Harrington as he sells the fake to Abdallah up the middle and then immediately throws it over his line to Miller out wide open in the left side of the field in the flat.
Oh, man.
We get some stumble up in the field there. It looks like Harrington pulling out for the snap, trips over a pulling guard coming out of his hole.
Wow, that's a big yardage loss.
And the Colony Cougars will lose 4 on the play. They'll be back at their own 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5, goal to go.
Let's see if we can get Abdallah out here on the edge.
Abdallah set deep as the I-back, and Harrington in the shotgun. Ball's away. It's handed off to Abdallah. He stutters, bounces to his right, trying to get around the corner, and he's brought down for another loss of a yard, looks like, Garnett. So the Colony Cougars with 3rd and goal from their own 6. They're struggling here against the North Crowley nickel, trying to get this thing in from the red zone.
Well, that time he tried to do the stretch, but actually the middle was wide open. If he hits the middle, I think he walks the dog.
Well, 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line, looks like, and the Colony Cougars now stuttering a bit to put some points on the board. This would be devastating if they come away with nothing on this drive.
Yeah, you get it down to the 1, you're knocking on the door. You definitely want to come away with a touchdown here, especially the way the Panthers offense looks for North Crowley.
From the right hash mark, out of the shotgun, stacked to the left. Harrington will roll out to his left. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, yeah, you got a touchdown right there, baby.
And he's caught in the end zone into the quarter.
We got a flag down. So
and we got a flag. You know it's going to be either a hold or a false start.
I'm thinking that there was a illegal procedure. I don't think they had the formation correct.
Offsides against North Crowley on the defense again. Encroachment on the defense, and the Colony Cougars will pick up 6 as they put their extra point crew out on the field.
Yeah, I was looking at the play, and I thought they weren't set correctly, but.
And Alberon for the extra point, he puts it up, and it looks good. And sure enough, he puts it up good. The Colony Cougars now lead the North Crowley Panthers at the end of the first quarter, 14-7. And the Colony Cougars are bringing it back, Garnett, tonight, punching North Crowley punch for punch in the mouth here and taking it right down the field. Stuttered a little bit in that drive, but overall looked good.
You overcome some mistakes there. and you come down with a touchdown, that's a good job there by the Cougars.
No two ways about it.
It didn't look good when they started. They got set back a few plays, but you pick up the penalty yardage and you score a touchdown. That's a very good drive.
Well, it also looked like our boy Miller picked up a few steps over the summer. He's a lot quicker, faster this year. Looks like he might have grown an inch or two. He's got a lot of vertical distance here to overcome on a corner or a free safety out there, Garnett. So he's going to have the edge out on the flat.
And that's what I said. You know, I said that at the beginning. Miller, he wasn't a starter last year, but he played a big role in this Cougars offense. And now this year he's a starter, and I look for big things between him and Harrington throughout the year.
Well, and it really looks like, you know, for the workhorses this year, Abdallah at the running duties and Miller and Harrington hooking up down the sideline, this could be a really tough combination for teams to battle.
And if they can get that tight end to work, I think this Cougars offense is going to be unstoppable.
So Alberon sets up for the kickoff as your Colony Cougars now lead the North Crowley Panthers 14-7, starting of the second quarter. And Alberon approaches the ball. The kickoff is away. He kicks this one pretty much down the left hash mark. It's caught at the 10.
Oh, fumble!
North Crowley gets a fumble, and he'll recover his own fumble and fall out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, or 18-yard line, I'm sorry. And, man, that North Crowley kid is having a hard time tonight, Garnett.
Oh, you know he's going to get talked to.
Well, the really difficult thing about that is that ball hit the ground and bounced to him and bounced right to his numbers. That's a really hard place to catch a football.
And he got the lucky bounce where it bounced right back up to him.
So the Colony Cougars once again have North Crowley working out of a hole here from their own 20-yard line. Colony defense has the upper hand here against North Crowley. And, man, Garnett, this is a completely different team from our 2017 Cougars in terms of intensity on the defensive side of the football. I don't know who twisted their tail before they came out tonight, but handoff's away, and it's out around the left side to the tailback of North Crowley. He'll bring it out about 5 yards on the scamper.
Looks like we got a flag down on the play. It's going to be holding against North Crowley.
Holding against Crowley. That'll set them back a bit, and they'll have a replay of down. So it's going to be first down and
20.
First and 20 from their own 10. Crowley not making things easy on themselves tonight, but however, they have the ability to come back, Garnett. This is an explosive offense. You still got to keep them tied down.
And that's what I was just about to say. With that quarterback, that distance can be made up very quickly.
So Crowley comes out with 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the short side of the field, right just above or below the numbers, between the numbers and the hash sideline. North Crowley quarterback in the shotgun, snaps a little bit high. He fields it though, and he throws a strike at about the 15-yard line in the flat. Nobody there to defend him, and brings it out to picks up another 5-6 yards, and he'll bring it within striking distance now of a first down to be second and.
They went from first and 20 to second and 5. That's a lot of makeup from
the Crowley offense. Heck of a play, and they'll come out of the shotgun again. One to the wide out to the left. Oh, it's a handoff to tailback. Nobody on the edge to seal it. Nice crease. He makes a cut up the field, and he's still running at the Crowley 46-yard line where he goes out of bounds. Heck of a run by the young man as he's hit at the line of scrimmage, bounces outside, and manages to keep his balance and make up another 10 yards on the play. They'll move in the chains, and North Crowley set the ball at their own 45. Colony Cougar defense wondering how to set up against this fast offense of the Crowley Panthers. Quarterback rolls out left after the snap. He's under pressure, and almost tackled but knocked out of bounds just this side of the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up 1, so it'll be 2nd and 9, looks like, from the North Crowley 46-yard line, maybe 47-yard line. And, 47-yard line where they spot it. Crowley will come out 2 wide out to the right, 2 to the left. Tailback in the eye set with the quarterback out of the shotgun as North Crowley on the move. 2nd and 9. Bad snap over the quarterback's head, and the Colony Cougars are trying to cover it up. Ball still loose. Ball still loose. And the Crowley Panthers will recover their own fumble. Back at the 18-yard line in North Crowley. They are going to have a big deficit here. The Colony Cougars are going to have to come up with a big defensive stand here, as it's going to be 3rd and 10, 20, 30, 35 yards.
Wow.
3rd and 35 for the North Crowley Panthers as they dug a big hole on that bad snap, and the Colony Cougars swarming on the football but can't cover it up. Crowley comes out 3 wide out to the wide side of the field, one out to the left now to split their tailback out. Quarterback lone back in the field out of the shotgun. He drops trying to find a man open, and it's thrown and almost picked off on a tip from the receiver by the Colony Cougar cornerback, and it'll be 4th and 35 as the Crowley will bring their punt team out. Got to be punting it here, Garnett.
Yeah, I think they're switching out players. Look like they're about to punt.
So the punt team comes on. Colony will set two punt returners back deep, and man, Crowley had the Colony Cougars on their heels there, and all of a sudden, tables turn, and they're going to set back Miles Price and number 22.
Oh. Good job, Cougars.
22 is Christian Gonzalez, looks like. Cameron, no. Christian Gonzalez is number 22 this year, Garnett. So it'll be Miles Price and Gonzalez. And then the Colony Cougars will take over from the North Crowley 44-yard line. Not a super impressive punt. And the Colony Cougars will take over on offense. Now the momentum shifts a little bit in the favor of your Colony Cougars. They lead North Crowley 14-7 here in the second quarter of play.
Well, and this is a big opportunity here for the Cougars to get another touchdown here and stay ahead of those North Crowley Panthers.
And the Colony Cougars now set Mikey in the shotgun, 2 wide outs to the left. Abdallah in the backfield at the fullback spot or tailback spot, and stacks receivers on the right side of the field. Harrington will go out. Oh, bad throw to the flat here. Man, these numbers are hard to read tonight on these white uniforms. That was Miles Price. And Miles will try to dive back to make the catch, can't pull it up, but so the Colony Cougars now 2nd and 10 from the Panther 44-yard line as Harrington comes up to the shotgun. Abdallah in the backfield, stacked in the slot, 3 receivers.
You got to believe this is going to be a handoff to Abdallah.
To the left with Miller split out to the numbers. I think Miller's going to break loose out here, and they're going to do a quick throw out the flat to Miller. It's going to fake the handoff. Oh, handoff to Abdallah. He tries to sidestep up through the middle of the line. Can't do it. Covered up by the Crowley Panthers as they are reading Abdallah incessantly here, and had 4 or 5 guys on him, and they might have lost a yard. Sure did. Can only lose a yard on that. It'd be 3rd and 11 from the Panther for the 45. As the Colony Cougars now struggling to get this ball down the field, Garnett.
Now this is Miller time right here.
Miller time for sure. Harrington comes up the line of scrimmage out of the shotgun.
You can tell what the coverage is.
2 wide out right, slot back on the right. Abdallah in the tailback position out of the shotgun with Miller at the bottom of your screen on the numbers at the left side of the field. And the handoff is back. Harrington goes deep to the top of the screen.
Oh, that's got to be interference. Oh, he did not throw his flag. Wow, he interfered with him.
And Miles Price covered up by 2 defenders, bear hugged before the ball gets there, and there's no call on the play. Colony Cougars will have to come out with their punt team and kick this one away. 3 and out with great field position, unfortunately, giving the football back to North Crowley on their end of the field, unfortunately unable to move the football.
Yeah, and they actually lost a yard on that play.
Yep.
And they had good field position, but on that play right there, you know, as we say, we thought it was pass interference, but if Harrington throws that ball out further, Price has a touchdown because he beat both those guys.
So coming up, punt, snaps away, snaps high, kicks away. It looks to be a good punt down the field. It's rolling in the favor of the Cougars, and the Cougars
carried into the end zone.
And the Cougars cannot stop it, and it's a touchback. Touchback for the North Crowley Panthers as they'll bring that one out to the 25-yard line and start their offensive drive, their 4th drive of the night, Garnett, against the Colony Cougars. Your Colony Cougars leading the North Crowley Panthers 14-7 with what looks like 2:13 to play in the second quarter. And this game is not the game I thought it was going to be, Garnett. North Crowley looks really good out there, size-wise, personnel-wise, but the Colony Cougars on defense clearly outplaying the North Crowley offense in terms of intensity at the line of
they're
scrimmage.
playing really good right now. Oh, you hate that they didn't get that ball down, though. They had 5 people down there. Nobody turned around to spot the ball.
So the Colony Cougars really just need to control the line of scrimmage on offense. Defense is coming to play tonight. Crowley out of the shotgun in the I formation. They'll throw it out to the wide out to the left side of the field, and he's swarmed by a host of Colony Cougar defenders. Brought out, might have picked up 3 on the play. Looks like
he was covered up really quick there by the Cougars.
They're going to give him 2 yards on the carry, so the North Crowley will pick up 2 on that from their 22-yard line. 2nd and 8, and the Colony Cougars setting up on defense. Crowley must be confusing them with some kind of thing they're doing in the set. It'll be a handoff to the tailback as he comes out to the right side. He's got a seam, and he's running. He runs it out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It'll be spot there by the North Crowley. It'll be a first down by the Panthers. They'll move the chains. That'll give the Colony Cougar defense time to regroup on a hurry-up offense from the North Crowley Panthers. As the Panthers are set, Colony Cougar defense still trying to figure out what's going on. And here come the North Crowley Panthers. 3 wide outs to the wide side of the field. It'll be a fake handoff as the quarterback keeper. He shakes off 1 tackle and brings it out and picks up, 3 yards on the carry, Garnett, and it looks like it'll be 3rd down and about 5.
He should have been tackling in the backfield, and it looks like he drugged people 3 or 4 yards before they actually tackled him.
Yep, 3rd and 4 from the North Crowley 40, and Crowley not being stopped by this Colony Cougar defense right now as they seem to be pressing forward. 3 wide out to the wide side of the field, 1 to the short side, tailback to the right side of the field, and we've got we're going to get a delay of game here, or somebody call a timeout?
I think we're going to get a penalty on the
a false start on North Crowley. That'll set them back another 5 yards. So Crowley will have 2nd and 9 from their own 34-yard line as the Colony Cougars get a gift there. And the Colony Cougars come up the line of scrimmage. North Crowley out of the shotgun with the tailback to the left of the quarterback. He'll step back, 2-step drop. He looks to the left flat, and the man's open. He's caught at the 49-yard line and swarmed by Colony Cougars. It'll be enough for a first down for the Crowley Panthers as the Colony Cougars defense still a little weak on the L2 side of the football, Garnett, and they're leaving that man in the flat wide open even though they're covered deep. And it'll be a first down, Panthers at their own 49-yard line. Colony Cougars still struggling to stop this offense of the Crowley Panthers. They'll stack the wideouts 3 to the right. It'll be a handoff to the tailback. He breaks through a host of defenders and takes it down to the Colony Cougar 34-yard line. And the 36-yard line, I'm sorry, it'll be 1st and 10 for the North Crowley Panthers. This would be a shame for them to tie this ball game up just at the end of the second quarter here, Garnett. And it looks like we're going to get a penalty flag as there look like fireworks on the other side of the field.
Yeah, it's going to be another false start there about the.
Looks like Crowley's going to get dinged for a false start again, and they'll be dropped back. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the Colony Cougar 42-yard line as Crowley trying to get men on and off the field.
Well, I think that's the one that's false starting, so they're going to flop him out.
They're going to line up 3 wide out to the right, 1 to the left, out of the shotgun with the tailback to the left. And it looks like the Colony Cougars called timeout. Did the Colony get dinged for too many men on the field?
Well, they did, but the Crowley subbed, so they shouldn't actually be penalized because they subbed their offensive lineman out, so Colony should get a chance to sub someone out.
Illegal substitution against the Colony is the call.
So the Colony Cougars give back the 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Colony 37-yard line as the Panthers come out of the shotgun in the I formation. It'll be a handoff to the tailback as he's got a 5-yard head start on that defense. He stood up at the 34-yard line of the Colony Cougars and then swarmed by a host of Cougars and brought down. It'll be 3rd and 8 from that spot. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with your Colony Cougars leading the North Crowley Panthers, something we didn't expect tonight, folks. 14-7 as your Colony Cougar defense is swarming on the Panther offense, although the Panther offense, very explosive, has the opportunity and the ability to get the ball down the field at will, and the Colony Cougar defense coming up with a few gifts from the help from their friends on the offensive side of the football, and the Colony Cougar offense driving the football down the field, Garnett, and managing to overcome some difficulties and some stuttering that they're having on the offensive side of the football to put it in the end zone twice tonight.
That's true, and your defense has got to.
At the beginning of the second quarter, Pascal and Irving are tied 0-0.
Your defense has got to give your offense some help tonight, and they've had some chances to get a short field. And man, that drive a few moments ago where the Cougars were on the short side of the field, you got to be able to capitalize, got to be able to score there.
Absolutely, but the Panthers look awful good tonight in the offensive side of the football, being able to move that thing at will against the Colony defense that seems to be coming out with a lot of enthusiasm and ability to stop the Panthers, but still being able to come up with a big play when they need it.
And it looks like the Panthers are going quick. They have a few sets on the offense, and they're getting their direction on if it's going to be a run or pass based off of the defensive set, and they're going quick.
So beginning of the second quarter, the Panthers still on the move, and they bring the ball out. Oh! Incomplete at the 35-yard line of the Colony Cougars, and that'll bring us to 3rd and 8 from the Cougar 34-yard line as the Panthers throw an incomplete pass in the flat. Good thing he was wide open. And Panthers now with two wideouts either side of the ball. The quarterback steps back, two-step drop into the flat again. Inside flat, he's killing the Colony Cougar defense there on the hash marks. He'll bring it out. It'll be a Panther first down from the 20-yard line. And the Panthers knocking at the door inside the red zone of the Colony Cougars, Garnett.
And you got to believe this is 4-down territory for them. And what you got to do is you got to be able to call out who has that when they line up in those three receiver sets over there. Somebody's got to say who they're covering.
No two ways about it. Colony Cougars are going to have to get their communication down and figure out what's what here.
Yeah, looks like we got okay, so that's how he got over. It looks like that receiver screen there, and they got that little, we call it a little pick play there, and they got called for it on that particular instance.
So the Crowley offense set back to the Colony Cougar 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 25. Looks like 25, just short of 25 yards for the first down. They'll set up 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback in a two-step drop under pressure, sidesteps the defender. He's off on a scamper, and he'll be brought out of bounds at about the Colony Cougar 38-yard line. Got a bunch of late hitting going on down there on the North Crowley side of the football. No call, though. And that still will get them back to about the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 10 from the Colony Cougar 37-yard line.
And you got to believe that they're going to go for it here.
And Crowley's going to go for it with 4th and 10. Big down for the Colony Cougar defense as they need a big stop here in the Crowley in their own end of the field to defend that defense or that end of the field. Crowley's going to call timeout.
Yeah, you hate that because you had a big rush over there against Crowley, and man, he just missed him. If he takes a better angle, I think he gets that tackle, and you would see Crowley punting on 4th down. But instead, he was able to pick up that 15 yards from the penalty and get back to a short distance. And I think they're going to go for it.
And to his credit, Garnett, he had a really gutsy run out to the left side of the field in traffic, mind you, and then made a dive from about the 30, probably the 44-yard line, dove for 5 or 6 yards to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. So, I mean, a gutsy play by the Crowley quarterback. And again, he's the kind of the wild card on this offense.
Right.
When everything's covered up and you give him just a little bit of a crack to run, he's off.
And he has the speed to get there.
He does. and doesn't seem to be a superly over-imposing player, just a headsy ball player. So Crowley coming out 3 wide to the right, 2 to the left, quarterback in the shotgun. Colony, big defense play for the Colony Cougar here if they can stop Crowley and kind of swing the momentum to their side of the ball. Crowley on a 2-step drop. He'll step up in a pocket.
Oh, get him!
And he is covered up by the Colony Cougar defense, brought down by 2 ensuing linemen as Crowley now will give the ball over on downs, and they can't convert on 4th and 10 from the 40-yard line of the Colony Cougars, and it'll be first down, Colony Cougars, as the Cougars will take over on downs. Big play by the Colony defense, rushing quarterback of Crowley.
Very nice job. Didn't give him time to step, sidestep. They had a big rush at the snap of the ball and got back there, put a hand up, and he couldn't deliver the ball. And when he brought it down, they were there to make the tackle. Good job by the defense.
Excellent job by the defense. So big play, came through in a clutch, and the Colony offense will now come out under the tutelage of Mikey Harrington and Abdallah still in the tailback spot, I believe. It's hard to read these numbers tonight with these white uniforms. I hate these things. Nope, it's going to be Miles in the tailback spot. He'll get the call right up the middle of the field. Heck of a heady run, and he'll bring it out to the Colony 48-yard line. Looks like the spot will be as Miles Price brings it out. Heck of a run. Picks up about 6 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the Colony 48-yard line. Bad spot by the ref. And the Colony Cougars will line up with Miller to the right, 2 wide outs to the left. They'll have a slot back to the right, and Price again in the tailback spot. Looks like they're giving and Harrington will step back. He steps to his left under pressure and trying to scramble back to the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up 1 on the scramble, but he has to come out of the pocket, come up the middle of the field. Tough pressure by the Panther defense. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 50-yard line as the Colony Cougars have a little bit of a breakdown on the offensive line there, trying to block the Panthers, and good rush and pressure by the Panthers as they break through the line of the Colony Cougars. Again, slot back to the right. Looks like we're going to have a.
Looks like we're going to get a penalty here.
Colony Cougars are going to get a false start.
Yeah, it was on the center there.
Looks like our center picked up the football, sat it back down. Can't do that. And so it'll be 3rd and looks like 7 yards from the 45-yard line as the Colony Cougars give back 5. Not a good sign. Yeah, and big play for the Colony offense here as Mikey needs to pull something out of the hat to get the Colony Cougars a first down. And as he brings his team to the line of scrimmage, slot back to the right, Price to the left at the tailback spot, man in motion down to the short side of the field. It's a handoff to Price. He finds room to run just short of the first down. They might give it to him. They might give it to him. I don't know if they're going to give it to him or not.
He may be an inch. Oh, no.
Nope, they're going to give him the first down, it looks like.
He got tackled forward. I don't think Crowley coaches are happy with that spot.
Oh, they're going to give it to the Colony Cougars.
Wow, you can see the coaches talking to him.
First down, Colony Cougars from the Crowley 48-yard line as the Cougars still alive out of the same set with the slot back to the right. Price at the tailback spot behind Harrington. 2 wide outs to the right.
Let's see,
wide side of the field. Short side has 1 wide out. It's a snap back to Harrington. He'll throw it to the flat. It's caught. He's brought down immediately after the catch at the 49-yard line of the Crowley Panthers. Probably a loss of 1 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 11 from the nope, they're going to bring it back to the 48. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Panther 48-yard line as the Colony Cougars get it out to the flat. It was caught, but he was covered up by the Crowley defense.
Yeah, I like the play call there. Execution wasn't quite well, but the play was there if you get the execution.
Same set, 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the short side, slot back to the right. Price in the fullback spot or the tailback spot behind Mikey. Harrington looking to the sideline for the play call. It's handed, and he steps off to his left, lets one fly down the sideline, throws it right to the Crowley defender, who is 5 yards deep on our receiver, and he just doesn't catch it. I don't think he could believe he just got the ball thrown to him.
Well, he stopped. I mean, the receiver stopped, and he was running. It was like he was out for the pass pattern, and he just missed the ball. He just missed the ball.
The incompletion brings up third down. 3rd and 10 from the 48-yard line.
I don't think the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page on that particular play.
So the Colony Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage. It's now 3rd and 10 from the Panther 48-yard line. Cougars struggling a bit here on offense. Move their slot back to the left. Harrington hands it off to Price up the middle of the field. He scampers to his left. Looks like he might have room to run. Gets it out, picks up the first down, hurdles a defender, and picks up another 2 past the marker. And it's going to bring it down to the Panther 36-yard line for a first down of the Colony Cougars.
Oh, that was a great job.
Awesome by Price. He gets to the marker, hurdles the defender, picks up another 2. They'll move the chains, slot back to the right now as Price still in the fullback spot. Hand it off to Price again. He jukes to his left, makes it in traffic, brings it up, picks up about 4 or 5 yards. What the heck?
No,
where were the whistles on that?
They're saying his momentum didn't stop.
Oh my gosh, Price has stood up 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. No forward progress called, and the Crowley defenders ripped the ball out of Price's hands, and it's given back to North Crowley as a turnover. Unbelievable call by the referees here in the North Crowley. Looked totally a homer call.
Yeah, I was going to say that's some home cooking right there.
And Crowley will come up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line out of the shotgun. It's handed off to the tailback, and he's off and running. This is a touchdown on Crowley. He's down the side of the field. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Crowley off of the hurry-up offense, off of a gift from the referees as the Colony Cougars were moving on the football on North Crowley. This is going to tie this ball game up. And what a turn of events off the homer call from the referees.
Looks like you're going to get a celebration flag.
On a total missed call by the refs. Unbelievable as the Colony Cougars now let this thing get tied up in the 2nd quarter with the time 8:02 on the clock. Unbelievable.
Wow, that's a big turn of events because you look like you're controlling the ball game, about to go in for a score, and just one play later, you're going to get a touchdown call.
So Crowley setting up for the PAT, and unbelievable.
Well, you got to hold on to the ball until you hear the whistle. You got to hold on to the ball no matter where you are.
So Crowley's place kicker sets up. Oh, look, we're going to get a too many men on the field. Yep, too many men on the field on North Crowley. That'll pull them back 5 yards, so to make it a little bit more difficult for the extra point. So they'll continue to set up for the PAT with a 5-yard penalty, and Crowley still running guys off the field. And now they'll set up. Kicker, right-footed kicker, snaps away, kick is up, and it looked like it was not good, but it did sneak through on the left side of the uprights as Crowley ties this thing up. 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter, and your Colony Cougars now tied with the North Crowley Panthers, 14 all here in North Crowley, Texas. What a turn of events on what was a fairly robust offensive drive by the Colony Cougars.
Yeah, you look like you're moving the ball efficiently. Your style of play, run, pass, and then you just, you get a turnover, and then the next thing you know, the running back for the Crowley gets to the outside, catches that edge, and there's nobody there to stop him. And man, that's a shame because the Cougars are playing really well, staying in this ball game. So it looks like we're about to get a kickoff from North Crowley. and see if the Cougars can get that momentum back.
So the Colony Cougars set up for the kickoff as Crowley sets up for the kickoff return, rather. Crowley sets up for the kickoff. And, man, what a turn of events here to set this thing on its ear. Kickoff is away. It's going to be caught by the Colony Cougars, brought up the middle of the field. He's brought down at about the 25-yard line, maybe a little short of that. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, we're going to get a block in the back there. So they're going to lose another 10 yards on that. So Cougars are going to be in the hole, it looks like, to start this drive.
Illegal block in the back against the Colony is the call.
So the Colony's going to get a 1st and 10 from their own, 13-yard line, looks like. We'll see where they spot this thing. Looks like the Colony will start it now with 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, as the Colony Cougars now working out of a hole here in North Crowley off of a big one-play offensive drive by North Crowley. Tailback scamper 54 yards off around the right side of the set, and Colony Cougars come out of the shotgun. Mikey trying to generate some offense. Stacked in a wing tee on the right side of the field. It'll be handed off to, is that Abdallah trying to get it out around the left side? Oh, Miles Price on the carry. He'll pick up about 3 on it, maybe 4. And it'll be 2nd and 7, looks like, from the Colony 15-yard line, 16-yard line. And the Colony Cougars come up the line of scrimmage with 2 wide out to the wide side, 1 to the left side of the set, short side of the field. Harrington out of the shotgun once again. He'll have a slot back to the right and a tailback to his right. Snaps away. Harrington rolls out to his right. He sets up, throws across the middle in the flat. It's not caught, incomplete at the 22-yard line. And the Colony Cougars still 3rd and 6 from the 16-yard line. And the Colony Cougars now stuttering just a little bit to get this ball up the field and get out of this hole they've dug themselves on a very lackadaisic kickoff return from some blockers. Colony lines up 2 wide right, 1 left, with a slot back and Price in the tailback spot. Harrington in the shotgun. He'll move his slot back to the left as they set up. Harrington fakes the handoff to the tailback. It's a nice pass down the left side of the field. Is it caught?
It's not caught, but it's going to be pass interference.
Not caught, but he's covered up by a defender. Looks like they're going to get an interference call here. That would be a gift by the Colony Cougars. So Miller will draw yet another pass interference. It'll be a 1st down for the Colony Cougars. And Miller once again draws the pass interference. It'll be spot at the Cougar 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from that spot. Harrington out of the shotgun, slot back, tailback, and 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left, the short side of the field. Top of your screen, as Harrington will now recheck the play, readjust his offense, move his slot back and tailback to the left. Harrington takes the snap, hands off to the tailback, and he's brought down just past the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up 1 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2, looks like, fell forward. And it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Colony Cougars. Garnett, what do you think about this play calling right now? I'm seeing a pattern set up here. I don't particularly care for that. It's one thing if it's working, another thing if we're struggling.
Well, they're trying to keep the defense off the field, let the defense catch a break, but they're also trying to move the ball.
Snaps away. Harrington gets it off to the left side in the flat. He had forward progress for the 1st down. Let's see where they spot this thing.
I think they're going to give it to him.
And they're going to give it to him, give him the 1st down. It'll be a 1st down Colony Cougars. And they'll move the chains as the Colony Cougars now will be 1st and 10 from their own 42. moving the football, but not convincingly, as Harrington brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. And with a slot back to the right, tailback to the right, he'll step back, little bunny hop drop, and Harrington down the field. Oh, man, defender in the way. And Harrington just underthrew the football. If he would have thrown it to his receiver and got it out there long enough, Garnett, that might have been 6.
Yeah, but he was under pressure, couldn't get everything he wanted on there. Did just enough to get it out there. I'm just glad it wasn't intercepted on the deflection.
Well, no, I mean, I totally get that, but at the same time, come on, man. He had 2 defenders trailing by at least 1.5 yards of the receiver, and lo and behold, we can't get the football to him. So Harrington under pressure, but he's moving up the field, can't get the football out to the receiver, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the same spot. Harrington hands it off the tailback, comes around the right side. He's got a block on the corner. Abdallah out running. He hurdles another defender, takes it down to about it'll be spot at the 31-yard line of the North Crowley Panthers. Heck of a run by Abdallah on the carry. And Abdallah unstoppable around that corner when he gets a seam to run in, Garnett.
Yeah, that was a good lead block there, pulling. And once he got to the second level, he was gone.
So Abdallah looking good around the right side. We'll stack it to the right side again with Miller up at the top of your screen on the left at the hash mark. Harrington on the right hash mark ball. So we're going to keep this game inside the hashes on this play. Harrington steps back in the shotgun with Price as his tailback. Paul handed off to Price. He gets a little bit of a crack.
Oh, no, he lost it
Oh,
again.
and he fumbled the ball again. That's 2 for Price tonight, as he's not having a good night, and he's fumbling it in a crucial point of the field in North Crowley territory, handing the ball over to him twice now, 2 drives in a row. Man, time to make a position switch there in the backfield, I think, Garnett.
Yeah, you can't carry the ball loose like that. You got to tuck it when you're in the trenches, and you got to protect that ball.
So Colony Cougar offense coughs up the football again on a Price fumble at about the same spot as the last one. Colony Cougar defense shuffling around, 3 wide out to the left side of the field, to the right side, 1 to the left. In the same set, handoff to the tailback off the left side. He gets a crease to run in, brings it out to the Panther 37-yard line. There's a little bit of smack talking going on out of the fray. Spot at the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 3 as the Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage, and out of the shotgun, they'll have 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left, short side of the field, running from the left hash mark. Quarterback takes the snap. It's low, but he gets it off to the flat. Again, inside flat at the hash mark. Kid falls forward for another couple of yard pickup. They'll spot it at the North Crowley 42, and it'll be 1st down Panthers, as the Colony Cougar defense is having a hard time reacting to this hurry-up offense, Garnett. Crowley comes up to the line of scrimmage, stacked back, receivers on the left. It'll be a hand.
Fumble!
Oh, fake handoff, and it's a delayed handoff, and the Colony Cougars will get the football back on a fumble, on a delay handoff to the tailback at the line of scrimmage, and it's just drug out of the quarterback's hands. He'll drop it, and the Cougars will cover it up at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 1st and 10. Colony Cougars take over at the Crowley 41. Nice turn of events. Good for the Colony Cougars as they recover from the Price drop just 2 plays earlier.
Yeah, I think the defender there just stole the ball out of the quarterback's hand because it looked like the quarterback fell on it. But, hey, you take every break you can get right now.
No 2 ways about it. As the Colony Cougars now trying to generate some offense here before half. It'd be great if we could go in 7-up, Garnett.
Yeah, we gotta go in, and we gotta get some points on the board. The offense is actually playing pretty good. It's the turnovers that are killing you, and at a crucial spots on the field.
Well, yeah, we're on a big drive. We get it down to the 30. We like to drop the football. Holy smoly. Stacked on the right, it'll be a handoff to Abdallah. He's got some running room, but he's met at the chest at the 40-yard line. He should get a forward progress spot at the 40, pick up a 1. We'll see what they do here.
I think I'm going to give him just back to the line.
Back to the line of scrimmage. What? Are they watching the same game I'm watching? So Cougars get a homer spot here. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Crowley 41, and the Colony Cougars trying to generate some offense here right before the end of the half with 4:13 to play in the half, or 16-19 something to play in the half. Hard to see the clock from here. The Colony Cougars looking to the sideline to get the play. 3 wide out left, one Miller lone man to the right, and the Colony Cougars will come up with Price in the backfield. Harrington will roll to his left. He's under pressure, a lot of pressure. He'll throw the ball away, but in the flat, caught and brought down at the 35-yard line, looks like. Knocked out of bounds or brought down 1. They'll move the yard marker, pick up a 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the North Crowley 35, and the Colony Cougars pull one out of their backside under a lot of pressure for Harrington, pursued by 4 Panther linemen, and Crowley struggling a little bit on defense here against this Colony Cougar offense.
Yeah, and that was good vision there by Harrington to spot that receiver there on the sideline.
From the left hash mark, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, slot back and tailback. Harrington out of the shotgun. He'll recheck, readjust. Slot back will move to the left, as will the tailback. Harrington out of the shotgun, snaps away. He'll hand it to the tailback. A little spin at the line of scrimmage and brought down at the 35-yard line for a gain of nothing. It'll be 4th and 4 from the Crowley 35. Let's see what the Colony Cougars do here, Garnett.
I'm thinking you're going to go for it. You're in that in-between area of the field.
Not sure we got the kicker leg that we had last year.
Can't too long to kick and too short to punt. 4th and 4. Blocker just missed his assignment there on the offensive line. Defense was able to get in the backfield, make that tackle at the line of scrimmage.
I think you got to bring your big gun in, Abdallah, at the tailback spot. Move Price out to the edge, and let Harrington, let Abdallah try to power this thing in from 4 yards out.
I think you're going to get a timeout here and talk about it.
So the Cougars are going to discuss a little bit, take a timeout, and we're going to get a break here from action. With 2:15 to go in the quarter, the Colony Cougars call timeout as they have some momentum here, but 4th and 4, big play by the Colony Cougar offense to try to keep the drive alive and put 6 on the board, or 7 on the board before half. And a lot of pressure on Mikey Harrington here to perform, Garnett.
Yeah, you can get. I'm either looking one-on-one with Miller, or I'm getting Abdallah the ball. That's my options right now. Now the thing is can you get Abdallah off tackle like you've been doing before? I think you can.
Well, but the thing is they're double teaming Miller out on the edge, right? So Miller's got to make a move to the inside, get up high. Harrington's got to put the ball up.
Yes, you're right. He's got to present himself to get that ball. But that's my 2 options right now. That's what I'm looking at.
Well, Abdallah now.
And if I have Price in the game, I'm bringing Price on a jet sweep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, Abdallah, if he can get a seam to run in, he's golden.
Yeah.
4 yards is nothing. But if he doesn't get the seam, it seems he's struggling a little bit in traffic tonight. I think Price is running better in traffic, but he's dropping the football.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you do? I think you go to Miller out in the flat, man. You let him try to pull one out of the hat.
That's what I'm looking
They're going to go 2 wide right, 1 left. Harrington out of the shotgun. Big play for the Colony Cougar. He's back. He steps it out to the flat, sure enough, and he's up the field. It's a first down, maybe 6, and he's off scampering to the left, and it's touchdown by the Colony Cougars as they catch the Panthers flat-footed at about the 25-yard line. And is that Miles Price that caught that?
Yep.
Price catches one in the flat, makes the break to the inside, and scampers back out to the left corner of the end zone to score.
I tell you, that's what I had those 3.
Big
Dollar Price or Miller.
Big play for the Colony Cougars as the Panthers are caught flat-footed on that, and they come out for the PAT. Kicker sleeping on the bench over there, looks like, as he's late to the party, or the holder rather. And so the Colony Cougars set up. They may get a delay of game if they're not careful here. And the snap is away. Kick is up, and it looks good as the Colony Cougars go up on the North Crowley Panthers late in the second quarter, 21-14. Heck of a drive, gutsy play on 4th down, Garnett, to pick up a big 4, but instead go in for the touchdown. Would have been nice to leave a little bit less time on the clock for Crowley to work, but hey, we'll take it.
Hey, a touchdown's a touchdown either way you write it. I was looking for Price. I didn't necessarily see the wide receiver screen out there, but heck of a catch, heck of a play in traffic nonetheless, and good scamper outruns the defense to the corner of the end zone. Great job there by the Colony Cougars.
Well, and
all around.
we definitely need to twist the tail on that defense. They got to come to play right now.
Right. Well, you got 2:06 left in the second quarter. You definitely don't want to give up a tying touchdown, and you get the ball coming out of the quarter because you deferred
right
at the beginning of the game.
No, great position to be in for the Colony Cougars, but they got to take advantage of it right now.
They got to do their job.
They need a kickoff deep. Don't let them return it, but don't kick it out of bounds either. Come on, man. Keep the thing in play. Let's get it to the end zone for a touchback at least. Don't let them return it. Make them work from a hole and make them earn this touchdown.
Right.
Colony Cougars have got to come to play here.
Right.
And the kickoff is away. He tries to kick it deep, but it's still to the left. Field's clean. Oh, and he drops it at the 15. And he two missed tackles. He's still up and running. Brings it out to the 25, 26-yard line. And the Panthers had an opportunity to be in a hole as the Colony Cougars missed 2 tackles from the 15 to the 25-yard line. And the Colony Cougars will come out on defense with not such great field position. And who's injured?
Looks like the guy that picked up the ball is injured for the Panthers.
That's no good. No two ways he was hit hard after he scampered up the field just a little bit. Cramp.
Yeah.
So it looks like a cramp, Garnett. Got a trainer down there stretching him out on the field. So not an injury, just a little bit of heat stress here.
It's the first game of the season. Everybody's still trying to get their legs up under them. But wow, what a tremendous opportunity there for the Cougars to not only try to get that fumble recovery, but make the tackle inside the 20, and they don't get either one of them. You know, the back calmly picks up the ball and then scampers another 5 or 6 and breaks 2 tackles along the way.
Unbelievable. So the North Crowley Panthers are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line out of a heck of a return by what was a really, really, really bad fielding of a kickoff. And the Colony Cougars really, really bad recovery kickoff team cover on the return. So Crowley hands off to Crowley as a gutsy play by the returner to pick that ball up after he dropped it and advance it 10 yards, and in the process escaping 2 booming tackles. Heck of an effort, and he'll make it under his own power off the field as the Crowley offense takes the field 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line with roughly 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Crowley comes out of the shotgun, 3 wide left, 1 right, tailback to the right. He'll shift to tailback to the left, shifts to the right, out of the shotgun, snaps away. Quarterback keeper up the middle of the field. He's off and scampering, and oh my gosh, he's going to take this thing in for 7, Garnett. Holy cow, he takes it down to the Colony Cougar 35-yard line where he runs out of bounds. And holy cow, they're going to make a game out of this thing with 2 minutes to go in a quarter.
Nobody accounted for the...
Once again, a wide open middle spot at the 41-yard line of the Colony Cougars. Hurry up offense by the Panthers. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Tailback set deep. It's going to be a delayed handoff to the tailback. He stood up at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up maybe 2 on the carry, as that's going to burn some clock off. I'm not sure that was very wise on that play call, but it gives their offense time to reset. He'll pick up 2 on the carry, so it'll be 2nd and 8 from the Colony Cougar 41-yard line.
No, he didn't get any yards in that one.
Panthers set up. Oh, you're right. 2nd and 10. It's a snap. Lone quarterback. Oh, he's under pressure. And he is sacked at the 47-yard line of the Colony Cougars. He'll lose 6-7 yards on the play as the Cougars swarm on the rush, and the Panthers now digging out of a hole. 3rd and what looks like 15 from the Colony Cougar 48. Deep, he'll have a tailback with him in the backfield now out of the shotgun. Looks like a timeout charged to Crowley. Did they take the timeout?
I think the Colony took a
Holy, the Colony's got them on their heels, and they take a timeout to let them regroup. What is that, Garnett?
Because I don't think the defense knew what they were going to set up in the prevent or just play their defense.
Oh, come on now.
I think because of the sack, I think it took them out of what they were thinking of.
Go with your game plan, man.
Yeah, but it's 59 seconds.
You know what?
You don't want to give up a touchdown.
Look, you
Take
know what?
Time out and get yourself adjusted.
The stinking theme is put the hammer down. You don't need a strategy for that, baby. Put the hammer down. Let's go.
No, you gotta make sure everybody's on the same page.
Same page. Pick up the hammer and smack somebody, baby.
You do want to smack them, but you want to make sure everybody understands what we're in. Are we in prevent? Or are we playing our game?
We in a smash mouth football game, brother. It's a war.
I'm exactly right. I'm not going to go prevent because prevent always gets you touchdowns.
That's right. That'll give you 6 right quick.
You play your game.
And you got to get a guy in the middle of the field. Don't let that quarterback loose because from here he can score.
Yes.
So from the Colony Cougar 47-yard line, it's 3rd and 15. Crowley sets up out of the shotgun. Wideouts both sides. Tailback to the right. Snaps away. Quarterback 2-set drop. He goes deep on the left side. His man's open. He catches it on the run, and it's 6 points Crowley. They're going to tie this thing up for the quarter, Garnett. Did exactly what we talked about. Went into prevent and gave up 6. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, it was one-on-one. He outruns him. You can't get beat one-on-one on the outside. You can't get beat one-on-one on the outside.
That's twice this game, my friend. 2 times Crowley's pulled that one off and shoved it right down the throats of the Colony Cougars.
And at that
excellent play by the Panthers.
But at that point, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the penalty. I'm going to tackle it and take the penalty. That would have been the best thing to do.
Tackle him at the line of scrimmage if you're going to do that.
Yeah, no, you tackle him and you get the penalty.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's only 15 yards.
Exactly.
You don't give up the touchdown.
Shebang. 51 seconds to go. Kick is up, and it is good as the Crowley Panthers tie this thing up with less than a minute to go in the second quarter. Before half, 21-all again. We're going to come out in the second half with the Colony Cougars taking the kickoff, and this thing's tied up, Garnett.
Yeah.
Let's see if Mikey can put together a...
and you see that receiver's hands go up and you know you beat, take the penalty. I'll just go ahead and take the penalty. Because at that point, you know what? It's only going to be 15 yards.
I agree.
First down, and you still got a chance to recover.
I'm with you.
You still got a chance.
I'm with you. But don't go into prevent, dadgummit. And if you are, set the guy deep. Don't let him beat you deep. Come on. That guy's done that now 3 times tonight. Would have been 4 if the quarterback had seen him third play of the game.
Yeah.
That kid's gotten loose now at least 4 times tonight.
You got to be
capitalized on 2 of them. Right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you can't give that
give
that up right there. Otherwise, they played a pretty good job.
Are you kidding me?
They play good. They play good.
Garnett.
You can't give up.
If you tied 21-all going into half, you ain't playing good.
No. Okay, so they play
sporadically.
Sporadically, yeah.
Come on now.
Thank you. I couldn't get my words out.
All right, North Crowley sets up for the kickoff. Colony Cougars set to return this thing. We need a big play here. Let's return this thing for 6. It's a squib kick low, bounces at the 20, felled clean at the 12. Colony Cougar runs to his left, back up, cuts up the middle of the field, and oh man, cut down at the 20-yard line. Colony Cougars offense take over from there. He took a lifetime to return that thing with 44 seconds to go in the half. Colony Cougars take over, and they're going to get a nice big fat penalty again on the return. Somebody fix that problem, please.
2 flags.
Oh my goodness.
Both sides of the field.
Take your pick. Cougars cannot behave on a kickoff return. Oh, against North Crowley. It's going to be offsetting penalties, looks to me like, folks. Sure enough.
Both sides of the field.
Got a penalty on both sides of the football. It's going to be offsetting, and the Colony Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own.
They're going to have to re-kick.
Okay.
Both sides.
You're right.
They got to re-kick. So hopefully the kickoff team is tired from sprinting down there, and now that gives your return team a chance to maybe get a good, decent field position.
Well, one would hope, but you know how this game goes. High school football, you never know. So Crowley sets up at the 40, for the kickoff. And the Colony Cougars are going to set up with one man deep, looks like. Where is the rest of our kickoff return team, Garnett?
Look for the squib.
Now they're going to bring the other two deep as the Colony Cougars come out now and set up for this kickoff.
Miles Price, Wade Simmons, and Christian Gonzalez deep to receive for the Cougars.
So Price, Simmons, and Gonzalez back to receive and return this kick. We need a big return, fellas.
Watch the kick.
And the Crowley Panthers set for the kickoff.
Don't let it hit your player.
Here comes the kickoff.
Okay,
He kicks
he
it
kicks
much
it
better
away.
this time. Kicks it away the center field. Caught clean at the 10. And he comes up the middle field. Oh, he breaks loose. He's loose to the 50.
That's what I said.
To the 40. To the 30. To the 20. He might get run down 10-5. It is 6 points. Colony Cougars as they return the kickoff.
Did I say that?
90 yards clean caught at the 10 in the middle of the field. Oh my gosh, and is there a flag on the play? No homer calls on that return, and the Colony Cougars will go up by 6 with 32 seconds to go in the half, leading the Panthers 27-21 as the PAT will come out. Colony Cougars, heck of an effort, opened up a lane right down the middle of the stinking field. Panthers are wondering what in the stink just happened. Timeout Colony, because they want to let everybody get a break here and get prepared. The worst thing they could do is come out and go for 2, Garnett.
Did I say they were going to be tired?
I don't think that was a tired thing. I think that was a total breakdown in their kickoff return team.
Hey, but it always happens, and no matter what level you play at. If you go down there on a full sprint and then you got to go back out there again, more than likely that return team, because they didn't have to go very far, is going to score a touchdown. And that's what just happened right there.
Well, what just happened is Price, did you see him caught the ball? He waited for the deep for his blocking to set up.
It's set up.
And they set up a wedge in the middle of the field, and they did part the Red Sea. Miles had from hash mark to run in.
It was beautiful.
Nobody there.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And then you look at the kicker, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, what do I do?"
He was like, "This is gonna hurt."
The kicker was like, he had no chance to make that.
He's thinking this is gonna leave a mark, is what he was thinking. So here we go. Colony Cougars set up for the PAT. Can he be clean here? 4 in a row. Kick is up, and it looks good. Colony Cougars up 28-21 with a few seconds to go in the second half.
Looks like we're going to get a flag on the Panthers for running into, was it the kicker or was it the holder? Personal foul, running into the kicker.
So the Panthers are going to get a personal foul on the PAT. Your Colony Cougars lead 28-21 here late in the first half. Heck of an effort by a kickoff return team after offsetting penalties. Yet another gift by the North Crowley Panthers, and a Colony Cougar finally return team that doesn't come up with a penalty, Garnett. At least not one that anyone saw.
I mean, but like you said, I mean, he got the ball. It was a clean kick. He got it, and his blocking set up. I mean, it set up really nice. I mean, and everybody had their block. And I mean, when you look at it, I mean, there was no penalty, and he outran the coverage. And then he was one-on-one with the kicker, and there was nothing that kicker could do.
So the Colony Cougars are going to be kicking this ball off from the North Crowley 45. For those of you that can't visualize that, it's a really short field for our kicker now. He can put this thing pretty much anywhere he wants.
I'm dropping it at the 1-yard line.
To include the end zone stands, I would kick this thing out the end of the field, make them take it a touchback, bring it to the 25, and good luck for the next 30 seconds.
No, I'm going to kick it at the 1-yard line and make them get tackled inside the 20.
Or kick an onside kick, bounce that bad boy high to about the 20 and see if you can cover it up.
That's what I would do, pooch it right up in the air.
Pooch it, give it a big bounce. So the Colony lines up like they're going to kick this thing into South Fort Worth here. And from north to south, here comes the kicker, and it's away. He kicks it deep, but not very deep. Kicks it to the end zone. They're going to down it. Crowley will take over 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line as they've got a tall order now to come back and tie this thing up for the half. The Colony defense, Garnett, needs to come to play here.
Yeah, you cannot, and I'm going to stress, you cannot let them score a touchdown here.
The Cougars have got to go in at halftime up on the North Crowley Panthers. What a departure from last year's venture out here in North Crowley. Unbelievable. And the Colony Cougars, I'm telling you, they look a lot better than they did in the scrimmage the other night, Garnett.
This is a good ball game. Very, very good ball game to start the season.
So Crowley out of the shotgun, tailback to the right of the quarterback, 2 wide outs either side of the field. Snaps away. Quarterback drops into the pocket. Almost picked off by a Colony Cougar to cornerback as he tries to get it out to the flat. And you know what, Garnett, that could have been really ugly if he had to knock that ball down.
Well, yeah, because the screen's pass set up perfectly. The good thing the guy could not hold his block, and because I think he would have been off to the races.
So Crowley comes out, same set, 2 wide outs both sides, steps back into the pocket. He's going to let one fly. Oh, under pressure. Quarterback knocked down flat at his own 15-yard line as Crowley now stuttering. It'll be 3rd and 20 to go, 1st and 10.
I think they let the clock run out here. I don't think they take a chance.
And Crowley now
I think they're going to let the clock run
deep
out.
in their own territory from the 15.
Yeah,
3rd and 20, in trouble. I'd kneel this thing down and go home.
That's what
they're going to do. They're going to let the clock run out as your Colony Cougars lead the North Crowley Panthers in a barn burner here in North Crowley. If you're not here, you're missing a great game. Colony Cougars getting off to a great start here in 2018, leading the North Crowley Panthers 28-21. I'm Jeff Green with Garnett Powell, calling the season opener here in North Crowley. We'll be back after halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Colony High School award-winning 2018-2019 Top Cats drill team under the direction of Miss Alex Hayes. The Top Cats are proud to recognize this week's Top Cat of the Week, Alyssa Munskis. This week's Squad of the Week is Ulysses Yellow Rockets. Top Cat Sergeants are Sergeant Sarah Van Voren, Sergeant Maisie Chevalier, Sergeant Jaylene Mendoza, Sergeant Maya Sandifer, and Head Sergeant Treasure Payton. Top Cat officers are Junior Lieutenant Crystal Cooper, Junior Lieutenant Nicole Green,
Senior Lieutenant Ediana Gray. Senior First Lieutenant Ulisa De Leon. And Senior Head Captain Abby Lawson. Tonight, the Top Cats will be performing a palm routine to Any Way You Want It. Ladies and gentlemen, the Colony High School Top Cats. 2018-2019 Top Cat sponsors are Platinum Level, Liberty Tax, Group Watson, the Colony Dentist, the Coffee Shop, and Angelina's. Gold Level, GSB Mortgage, Lakes Lanes, and So Much Fun. Silver Level, Bencor Global, and DATCU Dinah Westmoreland. Thank you for your generosity to the Top Cats organization. Go Cougars! And now, entering the field for your further halftime entertainment, please welcome to North Crowley the Colony High School Marching Band.
ABN News would like to warn its
Under the
viewers
field leadership of drum majors Melissa Carmona and Simone Melvin, the Colony High School Marching Band will be performing the opening portion of their 2018 field production, They Walk Among Us, featuring works by composers Antonin Dvorak and Daniel Montoya. and gentlemen, the Colony High School Band. The Colony High School Band is under the direction of Michael Larkin, Jeff Bridges, James Hopkins, and Ian Pilley. The band appreciates the corporate sponsorship of Ashley Home Store, Traeger Orthodontics and Smile Design, Raising King's Chicken Fingers, and Rotolo's Pizzeria. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's hear it for the Colony High School Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the field, the North Crowley Panthers.
All right, here we go. Getting ready for the second half kickoff. Colony Cougars will take the football at the on the opening kickoff of the second half. Your Colony Cougars lead the North Crowley Panthers 28-21 in what was a exciting first half of football. Not particularly clean, but exciting.
It was exciting, Jeff, and to know that they were able to overcome some of the mistakes that they've made and still be in a position to lead this ball game. Tremendous job getting the coaching staff, getting the kids prepared to play this opening ball game of the season.
Well, and I think one of the big deals here is right at the end of the half, they proved that they could come up with a big play.
Yes.
Right? North Crowley has scored on 3 big plays.
Right.
Now, to their credit, they've also moved the football, but frankly, their scores have come on 3 big plays. So, it's good to see the Colony Cougars, A, control the football, and B, be able to be effective down in tight in the red zone, gold zone, whatever you want to call it, and still put the football in the end zone, as well as come up with a big play. So it's been interesting to see how all that's transpired, and so the kickoff. Colony Cougars will take over on what? Oh, fair catch. First down at the 27-yard line. Cougars will take over. And Garnett, it would be great if they, if halftime didn't cool them off and they come out fired up again. But let's see what happens. You never know in high school football what's going to happen after halftime.
Well, it would really be good if they can get a touchdown here. Put Crowley 2 scores behind. We know Crowley's offense can score, but can they catch up? And if they can they've been at the point to go 2 scores up, but it would be nice for them to go 2 scores up here.
Colony Cougars out of the shotgun, snaps away. Mike sends it out to the right side, flat. Juke to the outside. It's first down. He's off to the races.
Oh my goodness!
40, 30, 20. 10, the Colony Cougars score first play of the half. Oh my goodness, catch the The Panthers flat-footed on defense with a pass out to the flat. Who was that madman? Was that Price?
I could not see who it was. I'm looking here.
I think that was Price out on the edge.
I think that was Price that got out there.
And he got a seam right at the edge of the field, made that little juke. Made the little juke to the inside, and he was gone.
And then there was a great block by the receiver, Perkins, on the outside.
Oh, my goodness.
They got him down the field, and then nobody had the angle on him.
So on the PAT,
that's the way you catch
snaps out, kicks away, and it's good as the Colony Cougars go up 2 scores on the North Crowley Panthers, 35-21. Holy cow. On back-to-back big plays, one before the half and one after the half. The Cougars now taking a 2-touchdown lead to the North Crowley Panthers, surprisingly after what we saw last week in the scrimmage against Louisville, as well as the fact that the Colony Cougars seemed to be flat last week, but they've come out on fire tonight, quite uncharacteristically, to the Colony Cougars.
Well, and I know everybody tends to be a little lackluster coming out after halftime, but on the first play you score, man, hey, can't be any better than that.
I agree with you. They looked great. I mean, they had great blocking, sealed off a seam for Price to take that thing all the way to the house from the 25-yard line. So the Colony Cougars now come out for the kickoff. We'll see if they can. I haven't been greatly impressed with the kickoff guy tonight, but
he's kicking it. It's like he needs to move it over and come through that ball. He's coming through, and he's kicking it to the left. He needs to move that ball over if he's going to keep pulling it like that.
Agreed. So kickoff's away, and it's to the right. Pooch kick down to about the 35. Oh, Colony Cougars are all over it. Is it a fumble? Did the Panthers get it?
Well, it fell between 2 Panthers, and they both looked at it, and then one finally, at the last second, dove on the ball before the Cougars could get there.
Looks like the Panthers covered it up, and they'll take the ball over on their own 29-yard line. 1st and 10 from that spot. Colony Cougars defense on the move again.
Now let's see. I noticed in the first half the Panthers were doing a lot of cut blocking. Let's see if they continue that trend or if they block straight up.
Well, they send a tailback deep this time out of the shotgun. And they, out of the shotgun, 1 wide right, 2 left. And it's a handoff to tailback. He stood up. Oh, the helmet's loose. He's going to come off the field for a couple of plays. Oh, that was a Cougar that lost the helmet. That's not good. And
they still have the helmet rule.
Panthers lose 5 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 15 from their own 24-yard line. Out of the shotgun, snaps away, handoff to the tail. Oh, quarterback keeper out around the left side. Oh, brought down at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up 1. So it'll be 3rd and 14 from the 25, 26-yard line of the Panthers. As the Panthers are starting to stutter just a little bit, Colony defense still cranked up, tails twisted and ready to go. And teams come up to the line of scrimmage. Panthers out of the shotgun. 3 wide right, 1 left, up to the top side of your screen.
Watch.
And, out in the flat, wide open. He gets the catch at about the 25, to the 30, 35, out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
There.
I think he's short of the first down by about a yard. It's going to be 4th and 1. And the Colony Cougars stop them short of the first down.
Yep, they look like they're going to go for
it. Be 4th and 1. The Panthers are going to come up and try to make this one official with a first down. And
watch the ball, guys. Watch the ball.
Out of the shotgun, Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs on either side of the ball from the right hash mark. Snaps away. It's handed off to the tailback, and he's
not going to get there.
And he's brought down.
He's not going to get there.
And he doesn't make it. The Colony Cougars come up with a big defensive play and stop the Panthers, and it'll be turned over on downs to your Colony Cougars. It'll take over from the Panther 38-yard line, looks like. Big play by the Colony Cougars.
Good, like we got an injured player on that play, but, man, they stuffed a hole that he was trying to run in, and then there was a gang tackle after that. Great job by the Cougars defense. holding them on their side of the field. I'm still shocked that they went for that on their side of the field.
Unbelievable.
I could understand if you were right at the 50, but they were inside of the 40 on their side of the field.
Well, I could understand it if you're moving the football on the drive, but they weren't moving the football.
And they got a big break on that he bounced it to give them just to go for 1 yard. But I don't think I would have went for it there.
First down and 10 Cougars from the North Crowley.
Well, I'm certainly glad that they did.
Now can we go up 3 scores? I see Miller out here one-on-one. I think we're going to go for it right here on the first play.
So the Colony Cougars now out of the shotgun from the North Crowley 36, and it's a handoff to Abdallah across the left side. Oh, just caught by the shoestring.
Wow.
Picks up about 3 on the carry down to the North Crowley 35. Abdallah was 1 step away from breaking that thing wide open.
Oh, my goodness.
And the Cougars will come up to the line of scrimmage with, looks like they're going to spot it back 2 yards. So 2nd and 8. And out of the shotgun, stacked to the right. Power I, slot back on the right, tailback on the right. 2 wideouts to the right, and Miller, the lone wideout to the short side of the field at the numbers. They'll shift the backfield and slot back to the left. Harrington out of the shotgun. He'll step 2 steps. He throws it to Miller deep. Miller is being held, and they're going to get another.
Like he's holding it.
Miller was being horse collared all the way down the field, and he's going to pick up the pass interference. Going to be a big 15-yarder against the Crowley defense. Got to be Miller.
At least it's a holding.
Miller being held all the way down the side of the field by the back of his shoulder pads around the neck hole. Unbelievable! I can't believe what is that the only that's the only thing that defender's done all night when Miller gets loose on him.
Yeah, it's holding because he's big, and I'm surprised they don't have a safety over the top to prevent that play.
Well, they have done that a couple of times tonight, and it's been pretty effective to cover Miller up. But when he goes one-on-one and he gets loose, I guess that's the only play that guy's got, or Miller's down the field, right?
Yes, yep, he was because he had him beat, and then the receiver grabbed his arm.
So the Cougars are going to pick up a first down from the North Crowley 25. 1st and 10 from that spot. Out of the shotgun, they're going to stack the slot backs at the right end. They'll put a wide out to the top of the field and a wide out short Miller to the short side inside the numbers in the half of the field. It's going to be to the jet back across the side. He's out around the corner, and he'll pick up a first down almost, I think, Garnett, if he's not just short.
He's going to be right at the sticks.
He's driven out of bounds right at the end of the first down marker. Let's see what they're going to spot this thing.
They're going to give him.
They're going to give him 9 yards on the carry. Be 2nd and 1 from the North Crowley 16 as the Colony Cougars are lighting this thing up right now. North Crowley on their heels. Of course, in Cougar fashion, we probably call a timeout right now, cool everything off. Colony Cougars, 2 slots on the right side. Harrington, tailback now, deep. Harrington will hand it off to tailback right up the middle of the field. Wide open hole. He'll take it all the way to home. It's 6 points. Your Colony Cougars score again. They're breaking this game wide open here in the second half, Garnett.
Oh, my goodness.
And the Colony Cougars put another 6 on the board as they are ramping it up against the North Crowley Panthers this year. It might smell just a little bit like payback.
Oh, my. And you get the unusual home.
So your Colony Cougars now 41-21 over the North Crowley Panthers with 9:43 to go in the third quarter. Pat snaps away, kick is up, looks good. And the Colony Cougars now will go up 42-21 against the North Crowley Panthers. Something I certainly did not expect tonight from your Colony Cougars. They have come out cranked up on offense, Garnett.
Wow, they are looking good. I mean, that was a great blocking job from the interior line. They look a little bit undersized, but they're holding their own against this big Panther defensive front. And when the backs get to the second grade, linebackers, safeties, they're just powerful running over them, or they're outrunning them. I mean, that's a great job by the Cougars. On
that particular play, again, they parted the middle of the field. He had He had a 8-9 yard gap to run
Before
in.
somebody
Garnett.
touched him, yes.
Unbelievable.
Yes, great job by the Cougars line.
I don't know if they changed their blocking scheme this year or what's going on. We're going to have to pay attention to that in the coming games. But the Colony front line has taken control of this ball game tonight at the line of scrimmage.
And that puts a lot of pressure on this Panther offense. They can't afford any more mistakes. Now, what your defense got to be able to do is make them take time off the clock and drive the length of the field and not just give up those big one-play touchdowns.
Absolutely.
They've got to make Crowley earn every yard and make them hurt.
Absolutely. They've got to make Crowley keep the football.
Yes.
They cannot give up the big play. And Crowley, quite frankly, tonight has been the big play king. Colony sets up for the kickoff. Crowley, 2 men deep. And the kickoff is away. It's a pooch. It's going to be short at about the 20. And Crowley will call a fair catch at the 22-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10 from that spot. Not particularly a great location for ball spots for North Crowley, considering the Colony defense is swarming on them right now.
Well, you can look at this game right here. What I get out of this, I get out of that play is neither this team, and I say this team, I'm saying the Panthers, they haven't practiced kickoff enough because they don't know what to do with the pooch or this ball dropping between the players. It's not something you practice every day.
Well, I think you're right. Now, out of the shotgun, Panthers come out tailback behind the quarterback. They're going to have 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left from the left hash mark. It'll be a handoff to the tailback. He's going to get stood up at the line of scrimmage, and a gang of Cougars are going to tackle him, but they bring him back forward.
Yeah,
he gets about 2 yards on the freaking tackle.
Yeah, don't tackle him forward, tackle him backwards. He got 2 yards off the tackle.
2nd down, 2nd and 7.
So Crowley now picks up 3 on the yard. Quarterback steps back. He throws out to the flat again. Caught. And they're going to let him loose. He's going to pick up 1st down to about the Crowley 37-yard line where the ball will be spot. And they'll pick up a 1st down from there. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 37 as Crowley, again, effective on the flat. And the receiver picks up about 8 yards after the catch, Garnett.
Yeah, that looks like that was a running back coming out of the backfield, and nobody went with the running back once he came out of the backfield.
So now on the hurry up, they got 3 wide right, only 2 defenders out on the corner. They're going to send a man out on the flat again, let him cut in, sloop. He comes back to the inside on the move, and he gets it out to the Colony Cougar 40, tackled at about the 45. They're going to spot it at the 44. And Garnett, they have got to shut down that inside slant flat route.
Yeah, they got to do a better job covering that.
Look, the most inside man is waiting for the 2 outside to go on fly routes.
They've got to talk about who's covering who.
And then he's ducking in underneath them and making the catch. Been doing it all night. They're moving the football. It's effective. 1st and 10, North Crowley from the Colony Cougar 37. Out of the shotgun, tailback set up deep, about 3 yards deep off the quarterback. 3 wide right. He's going to make a quick pass to the flat. Oh! Right to his hands, the hardest place to catch it, and it is incomplete at the Colony Cougar 30-yard line where it goes out of bounds. Unfortunately, a Cougar defender wasn't there to snatch it after it went through his hands.
He was looking to go make the hit, which I probably would have been too, and the ball went right by him.
So Crowley comes up with 2 wide left, 3 right from the left hash mark out of the shotgun. And the Colony Cougars are going to call timeout. They don't like the look, and the offense was poised probably to put this thing in the end zone, Garnett.
Yeah, somebody didn't cover the receiver at the top of the play, which would be your left side. Looks like they had a busted coverage there instead of, like you say, instead of giving up the big play, the Cougars wisely called timeout to get set on defense.
In 3rd quarter action, it's Cleburne 33, South Hills 22.
Now what you don't want to do now is come out and give up a touchdown on this after you burn a timeout. You want to be smart, have good coverage, get everybody set in the right position.
So Crowley now out of the shotgun. 3 wide right, 2 left. Quarterback lone man in the backfield. He takes a quick fly into the middle, flat route. He's going to score on this one, Garnett. Oh, my gosh, he's brought down by 2 defenders at about the 2-yard line, looks like. Crowley on the move. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Don't see the Colony keeping this one out of the end zone, Garnett. Crowley on a hurry-up offense.
They had him hit, too. He barely got the ball away.
They're letting that guy loose in the flat every time, and he's gonna lawn dart us every time on that play. He's gonna hand off to the tailback. He's caught at the point of the handoff and driven back. I don't know where they're gonna spot this thing, but the forward progress had to be about the 5-yard line. A loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. As North Crowley run game was just stopped cold by the Colony Cougar defense.
Well, they've been doing it all night. They've been running into the gaps. Now, what's been happening is if they catch the wrong gap, that's where Crowley has been able to get away from.
So Crowley now with too many men on the field, they got to run one off, and 3 wide left, 1 right, with the tailback in the set, out of the shotgun. Quarterback rolls to his left. He's going to run this thing in.
He's holding him.
He'll throw it, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be a hold.
And that's got to be a hold. Our defender was tackled at the 5-yard line. And Crowley is going to get rung up on that one. Holy cow, I've never seen a defensive lineman get tackled that well by an offensive lineman. Looked like the bus ran over him, Garnett.
Yeah.
Wow. Both players going to get subbed out here. Defensive man for getting run over. Offensive man for doing the running over. So Crowley comes up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be, 2nd and 10 from the 15. He drops, 2-step drop out in the flat again, wide open. And he's going to be brought out at about the 3-yard line. Is that what it looks like?
Nope. How do you not see that flat? Somebody's got to recognize that they have.
Somebody step up there and hit that guy. So Crowley now 3rd and goal from the 3. Snaps away. Oh, it's a handoff to the tailback, and oh no, quarterback kept it. What a great fake. He sold that one all night long. Crowley scores 6. As the Crowley quarterback did an excellent job of selling that fake, that handoff, Garnett.
Yeah, they busted it up. They hit the running back good, and he poured it out the last second and was able to get by what lineman was left at there and got into the end zone. But the key to that, though, is you've got to cover this back coming out of the backfield, and somebody's got to stay home with the quarterback.
So Crowley sets up for the PAT. The kick is up. Oh, hit the upright, and it's no good as Crowley hits the upright and is denied the extra point. So that may cost Crowley a ball game down the stretch, Garnett.
Yeah, at some point they're going to have to go for 2 because now it's 42-27. So if they score again, they try to get back in the ball game. At some point, they're going to have to go for 2.
So Crowley now, kind of might have made things hard for themselves here.
Yeah, but all you got to do is you just got to keep scoring too. If you keep scoring, that doesn't matter what Crowley does. You just got to keep scoring.
For their continued support of North Crowley High School athletics, Dr. Boothby and staff have been a cornerstone for the health and well-being of North Crowley athletes for the past 11 years. Their dedication to getting athletes back.
So with 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, your Colony Cougars lead the North Crowley Panthers 42-27. And this is really a shootout of offenses tonight, Garnett. It boils down to which defense is going to let the most points in, sounds like.
Yeah, well, I still say the Cougars defense is playing pretty well. Some mistakes here have cost them some points, but overall they're playing really good.
No doubt about it.
Now what they got to do is you can't take a play off. You got to play every down, and you got to play through the whistle.
So the Colony
Now
Cougars
let's make sure that these guys are going to kick the ball off here and not try for an onside kick. The way he has his ball set up, it looks like it's going to be.
So we got Gonzalez, Price, and Simmons back deep for the kickoff return.
Yeah, but watch this.
It's going to be an onside-er. Yep, no, it's a pooch down to the 25. And looks like Simmons is off to the house. Across the middle of the field, he's off to the running. And it's the kicker that brings him down at the North Crowley 44-yard line. Heck of a return. If he would have just cut to the outside, probably would have been home for 6.
I think he had one more cut, and but overall, that's a good return.
Good return.
You're on the plus side of the field here, and you got a nice chance to get that score back.
Colony Cougars have an opportunity to get that score back for sure, starting up 1st and 10 from the Crowley 45. And what a nice return from the 25-yard line.
Now to see the difference is that looks like a team that's been practicing special teams, because they were well prepared for that pooch kick, and they knew exactly what to do when they got that ball instead of calling a fair catch.
Yep, absolutely right. And he caught the ball clean on the run too. Yeah. That was also a bonus. So the Colony Cougars come out of the shotgun. Looks like Abdallah in the backfield as the fullback, or tailback rather. 2 wide left, 2 wide to the right. Colony Cougars will stand up, get the additional call from the sideline. They'll reset. Miller down at the bottom of your screen on the numbers on the wide side of the field. Don't often get to see him on the wide side. It's going to be a handoff to Abdallah. He sidesteps to the left. Big hole in the middle. Abdallah's off to the running. He's down. Brought down at the 20-yard line of North Crowley. Looked like Abdallah was just a step away from home dirt. And,
wow.
Oh, my goodness, what a great seam. He steps left in the backfield, eluding one defender coming in past the line of scrimmage, and then he was off to the races, Garnett.
Wow, and if that defender doesn't dive, he does not make that tackle.
Absolutely. Out of the shotgun, stacked in the slot, and wide out to the short side, 2 out to the left. From the right hash mark, Harrington right now looks like he's going to go under center, but no, backs up to the shotgun. He's got a tailback to his left, slot man in the right. Harrington will step back, looks to the flat, gets the ball away, and it's incomplete. In the flat, under pressure, Harrington has to get rid of the football quickly, and at least did not give up a loss of yards. It'll be 2nd and 10
he was
from the North Crowley 20.
Running before he had the ball. I mean, oh my goodness.
Harrington out of the shotgun.
He would have scored.
2 wide left, 1 right. Full tailback and a slot back in the set. Slot back to the right. Tailback to the right. Harrington again. Snaps to the right. Tailback catches it, and he's off to run. He'll pick up what looks like maybe even 5 yards on what was to be a broken play, but recovered by the tailback who caught the snap.
Isaiah Henderson on the stop for North Crowley.
Let's see where the spot goes. It's going to be spot at the North Crowley 17.
It's going to be 3rd and about
18,
7.
3rd and 7 from the 18 of North Crowley. Colony Cougars now need to come up with a big 3rd down play here, Garnett, as Harrington steps back into kind of a deep set for him. And the Colony Cougars are going to take a timeout, a little pause here, regroup and make sure that we can put this thing in the end zone.
Yeah,
Is that Crowley that called timeout?
Yeah, it looked like Crowley called a timeout. They were making some substitutions and didn't quite know which way to go there. They're going to talk about it, take a timeout and talk about it. But this is a golden opportunity here for the Cougars to get their ball in. Looked like they had a chance on their 1st down play. Receiver was running before they caught the ball. But this is, are we in 4-down territory here? What do you think? If they get it, they're 3rd and 7. If they say they don't get the 1st down, you're going to kick it or you're going to go for it? Too close to punt. A little bit long, I would say a little bit long to kick.
I don't know if they can. I don't know if they've got a place kicker and what kind of leg he's got this year. It's a good time to test him. I mean, you're up 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah,
it's 3rd and 7.
And you still got a quarter to go, and it's still 5:45 in this quarter.
Well, but it's 3rd and 7. I mean, they're not out of this thing yet. I mean, Colony's definitely poised and has the ability to pick up this 1st down here.
And you got to keep scoring with this Crowley's offense.
So the Cougars now are going to take a pause here. come back to the set, out of the shotgun. Harrington with his normal set, slot back, tailback.
Miller is one-on-one down here again.
Two wide out right. Miller one-on-one with the same defender down here at the short side of the field. The backs slide to the left. Harrington steps back. He looks for Miller, but now he's scampering up the middle of the field. It's Miller. It's all Miller. And did he pick up the first down? He got down to the 20.
Oh, he's going to be a yard short.
I don't think so. I think he got it.
No, I think he's going to be a yard short. Yep, 4th down.
4th and about a half a yard. They're right at the sticks, Garnett.
What do you do?
4th and a foot, man. You give it to Abdallah, let him run over somebody.
What do you do?
Here comes Harrington from out. He's going to quarterback sneak it. Here we go. Harrington up the middle of the field. Quarterback sneak. It's a first down. Colony Cougars going to get this first down at the North Crowley 10. Sure enough, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10 of North Crowley. Harrington will get credit for the sneak there. Really no big push from the defense to try to stop that. 1st and goal from the 10 as the Colony Cougars now come up the line of scrimmage. They'll pause, slot back to the right, tailback almost directly behind Harrington. With your wide out pulled in tight on the right side, on the wide side of the field, they're going to bring this thing around the end. Harrington rolls out to the right. He's looking to the end zone. Oh, and he
got to throw it to the line of scrimmage. He may get a penalty.
He didn't get called for it. Unbelievable. Harrington didn't get called for intentional grounding, but he was outside the pocket. Might have helped him a little bit. He tried to get it up the field, but was not real careful about how he threw that one away.
Yeah.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 10.
He was lucky he didn't lose that ball when it came.
Sure was. It was definitely a wounded duck pass when it came out. Harrington out of the shotgun once again. Slot and tailback to the right. He'll bring up 2 wideouts to the right with Miller lone wideout to the left. Man on man to Miller again. And here we go. It's a handoff to the tailback. It's a push.
Somebody lost their helmet in there.
It looks like a scrum to the goal line. I don't know where they're going to spot this thing.
I'll tell you, I don't want this. I'll tell you, only time I want this clock to stop is a few seconds they got to stop it for a first down. So I want to keep this clock running, and if I'm throwing a pass, it's going to be a pass that's in the field of play.
So where did they spot that ball, at the 4 or the 5?
Looks like they're right at the 5.
Right at the 5-yard line, ball spot. Harrington will come up the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down.
What do you do?
Goal. You know what? No, you've been sending Miller to the wide flat. Send him across the middle here and hit him on the run. It's a done deal. Miller takes the high snap. It's off to Abdallah. He's off to the run, and Abdallah dives it in for the score. It's a touchdown by the Colony Cougars. Heck of a run by Abdallah, but, man, I'm telling you, you got to send Miller out across the middle every once in a while. Let that man do his thing up high.
Yes. Yep.
Abdallah takes the punishment up the middle of the field, picks up 5 into the end zone, pay dirt. Colony Cougars get the score back off of a really good headsy drive on a great return. With 4:04 to go, the Colony Cougars lead 48-27 as they come out for the point after. And the Colony Cougars now look to make this thing 49-27. The kick is up, and is it good? Yes, the PAT is good. Place kicker tonight's been 100% dead on, and the Colony Cougars now lead this thing 49-27. With 4:04 to play, how's that possible? 4:04 to play in the 3rd quarter. Your Colony Cougars running away from it with North Crowley. Garnett, they look good tonight.
And we're still in the 3rd quarter. We're still in the 3rd quarter. Wow. We still got a full quarter to go, plus 4 minutes into this quarter. What a heck of a ball game.
So your Colony Cougars have really created a lot of offense tonight, a lot of opportunity. They've shown that they've got a little bit of depth. I'd like to see them throw to some of the other receivers.
Yes.
They've thrown it to Price. They've thrown it to Miller. Been successful. Like to see some of the young guys come off the bench. It's a non-district game. We're blowing them out right now. Let's go put some other players in there, Coach. Let's see some talent here.
I don't know if we're blowing them out.
Come on, Garment. We're 3 touchdowns up.
Yeah, but
and our defense is coming to the play.
Yeah, okay, but Crowley's, they can score at any time.
No two ways about it. Crowley's a
They
big
can score
play
anytime.
team.
But what you want to do, I agree with what you're saying, but what you want to do is you want to find out who else on the field, or who else on the team can be an impact player.
Exactly.
That's what you want to find out.
That's exactly
But you
right.
don't want to take your foot off that throttle.
No, I'm not suggesting take the foot off the throttle.
Okay.
But let's get the ball out to somebody else, see what they can do with it.
I agree with you. We need to find out who else is going to be.
Get Simmons up there. He made a great return on that kickoff.
Impact players. That's what I'm looking for.
Looks like a young guy, right? So here's the kickoff by the Cougars. Kicks away. It's a little scrib again out to the 30-yard line. It's caught and fair catch. Signaled at the 30-yard line of the North Crowley Panthers. Panthers are not anxious to get that football and try to run it, Garnett.
So what I want to do next time is I want to scrib that ball a little bit deeper and see what Crowley's going to do.
Well, we need to pooch it out to about the 15 or 10.
That's what I
see what happens.
That's what I want to see what's going to happen.
Because those deep men, they don't know what to do with it when it's on the ground.
Right.
They're having a problem with it all night. So the Colony Cougar defense back on the field. Crowley takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line as your Colony Cougar defense has really stepped up the play here in the second half against the North Crowley Panthers. Panthers out of the shotgun, 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left with the tailback about 2 yards deep off the quarterback. Out of the shotgun, they put a man in motion across the set.
Stay here with us.
And it's a handoff to tailback. He's got a big hole up the middle of the field, but he's caught and brought down at about the 35-yard line. He picked up a good, solid 5 yards on that carry.
Well, he was stopped 2, and he was tackled for 3.
I get it. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line of North Crowley. Crowley in a hurry-up offense, out of the shotgun, snaps away, bobbled by the quarterback, handed off to the tailback, and he's slung around for a first down, gave him another 3 yards on the tackle. We got to learn to stand people up here, Garnett. They're going to move the chains. Ball be spotted at the Crowley 44-yard line. Be a first down for Crowley Panthers. And the Colony Cougar defense, they've got to learn to, spot at the 42-yard line. Colony Cougar defense has got to learn to stand that running back up instead of giving him 3 yards on the tackle.
Yeah, you make good contact, but then you're tackling forward instead of.
It's that proverbial barber pole tackle, right?
Yeah.
They go in hot and then spin around and sling the guy, and it's just not very effective in terms of controlling yardage. We've got a player down on the field. Is that a Crowley player?
No, that's a Colony.
No, but Colony Cougar down on the field.
Yeah, that's a Cougar. It looked like it was an interior lineman that was down.
Number 13. Aaron Davis is the player, senior, out from the Colony. And he'll make it off the field, looks like under his own power, so hopefully he's not tore up too bad. And the Colony defense comes up on the field. They're going to wait for this injured player off the field. And Crowley comes up, lines up on the ball. They're anxious to get this thing started. Clock set in motion. Crowley out of the shotgun. Tailback to the right. Quarterback steps back under pressure. Sidesteps the defender. And he's caught and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit by the Colony defense, but again, they ran right by him. He sidesteps the quarterback, and he picks up 5 yards, even though he was still brought down,
Yeah, but when they do that rush, they got to rush under control.
No two ways
so
about
it. Running by the quarterback.
2nd and 9. Quarterback steps back in the pocket. He's off and running again, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Picks up another 2 yards on his own, so it'll be 3rd and 7, looks like. 3rd and 6. Gracious spot to the 46 of the North Crowley Panthers. Colony Cougar defense kind of a little disarray because of the hurry-up offense. Quarterback rolls out to his left. He's under pressure. He's way back deep. He's looking for something deep. Guy in the flat, caught, and no, it's a drop ball.
Look at that.
At the 48-yard line of the Colony Cougars.
Safety Cameron Pear making a great play there on coverage. What is Crowley going to do?
They're going to punt.
Going to go for it again?
No, they're going to punt this ball.
Okay.
They cannot afford another turnover in their end of the field against a Colony Cougar offense that has proven they can put this thing in the end zone, Garnett.
They have proven it over tonight that they can put it in the end zone.
So Crowley sets up for the punt. The Cougars will set one man deep. Who is that madman deep? Is that Simmons deep, number 22? Nope, Christian Gonzalez deep for the punt return. And Crowley, will they try to fake it, or are they going to punt this thing? Nope, it's punt away. Gonzalez will fair catch it, signal it at the 25-yard line. The Colony Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25 on a signal fair catch by Christian Gonzalez on a, an average punt of what, about, call it 28 yards. So Colony Cougars will take over. Great field position. Got an opportunity to score again, Garnett.
Well, and the best thing they can do here is keep the clock running. Keep the clock running, and the only time you want to see that clock stop is on 1st downs. Keep the clock running, and let's try to get out of here with a victory.
No two ways about it, Garnett, but, again, it's high school football. You never know what's going to happen. Colony Cougars have got to keep the intensity up. They got to continue to control the line of scrimmage here. Harrington's got to pilot this team down the field one more time. Harrington out of the shotgun. Looks like he's got Abdallah to his right. Slot back on the right. It'll be handed off to Abdallah. Big hole. He'll break through, pick up about 4 on the carry. Nope, 5, 6 maybe on the carry, depending on the spot. Abdallah, great run in traffic.
And what you're seeing here, Jeff, is you're seeing the impact of those early short runs and power, and now you're seeing those short runs turn into longer runs because of the manhandling that Cougars offensive line is doing to Crowley.
So 2nd and 4 from the Colony Cougar 31-yard line as Harrington goes back to the shotgun, slot back to the right, tailback to the right. They're probably going to shift him to the left now. We got Miller one-on-one at the bottom of your screen on the numbers. 2 wideouts, man in motion across the set. It'll be pitched to the jetback. He's covered up deep in the Colony Cougar backfield. That was not a good heady play by the Cougars. I don't know how that defense was not encroaching on that play. It was almost like as soon as the ball was snapped, he was in the backfield.
Yeah, they read it. They knew where it was going, and the blocking scheme could not get by.
Not sure what the official timeout's all about.
Looked like there was an injured player, but then the player got up.
Loss of 10 on the play. It is 3rd down.
3rd down and 13 by the Colony Cougars from their own 22-yard line, 21-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Harrington will go back to work. Tailback to his left, slot back to the right. Miller alone, man on man on the numbers at the bottom of your screen.
I'll just throw it to him.
At the top, on the wide side, 2 wideouts. They'll shift tailback to the right, or to the left rather. Harrington covered up for another loss, and the Colony Cougars have just been stumped by the North Crowley defense. It'll be 4th down. The Colony Cougars will send out their punt team as they go 3 and out on what looked to be a promising field position for a great drive, Garnett.
Well, and they were about to throw it to him, but the blocking on the backside, the quarterback didn't see. I mean, he's hoping that lineman is making that block for him because he was about to cock it and throw it. Luckily, that he didn't take the ball out of his hands.
So Kevin Albaran, our place kicker and kickoff man, is also the punter this year. We'll see what Albaran can do on the punting end of the football. He sets up for the punt, snaps away, it's low, he goes to his right. It's kind of a scrib kick. It goes down the field, almost hit a Colony player. It's got a great Cougar bounce. Gets it down to the North Crowley 41-yard line where the Cougars will down this thing, and the Crowley will take off 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. As
The Colony punt rolls dead at the 41-yard line. North Crowley will take over 1st down.
North Crowley will take over in the 4th quarter as it's the end of quarter. We'll switch ends of the field, and Albarra will get credited with about a 27, 28-yard punt.
Oh, that was a decent punt for being in the end zone.
Well,
That's about a 50, 45-yard punt.
Being that he, let's call it
from the goal line.
Scrib kicked it like it was a scrum in rugby.
Hey, it worked. I thought he fumbled the ball in the end zone but when I realized that he was going sideways to rugby kick it.
Well, it was a low snap. He did a great job of fielding it on the run. Luckily, it was a low snap to his right, which was where he was running.
But you got to look at the quarter. The Cougars dominated that quarter. They score
3-1.
Yeah, it was 28-21 at halftime, and it's 49-27.
So the North Crowley takes over from their own 42-yard line. Low snap. It's handed off to the tailback. He's off and running. Hit hard at the 50-yard line. Carries forward to the Colony Cougar 45. It's going to be a first down by North Crowley. North Crowley looks a little upset right now, Garnett. They're going to be tough to handle by the Colony Cougar defense. Ball spot at the Cougar 46, 1st and 10.
And they know they're running out of time, so they're trying to move fast.
Panthers late in the game, fourth quarter. They're going to throw to the flat again. It's caught and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And they're going to give him another yard on that. What is that ref watching? So they're going to spot it at the Colony 34, 1st and 10, as the Colony defense is having a hard time containing the North Crowley Panthers at this point, Garnett. Quarterback's back. He throws a strong pass to the left side of the field.
And the Cougars were coming in on a tremendous rush there and just obliterated their quarterback there.
So North Crowley out of the shotgun, wideouts on either side, 3 on the right, 2 on the left. And quarterback is sacked for a loss of about 2 or 3. Let's see where they spot this thing.
And then we're going to get a penalty unsportsmanlike against Crowley at the end of that play.
So North Crowley on the run here. Let's see what they can do here. Made it difficult for themselves here.
Yeah, you saw
An
that
unsportsmanlike call after a bad offensive play. Holy cow! They're going to march this thing back to the North Crowley 47-yard line. And Crowley comes up out of the shotgun, 3 wide right, 1 left with the tailback. Quarterback quickly to the flat, caught. Colony Cougars cover him up at the Cougar 42-yard line. Still got a long ways to go to get it back to the sticks. But great play again to the flat by North Crowley. I got to hand it to them. They were running that play to perfection tonight. 4th and looks like 4th and 18. By North Crowley from the Colony Cougar 43-yard line. Yeah, 43-yard line.
Yeah, we got an injured Crowley player down.
An injured Crowley player down. Never like to see an injured player go down in these games, especially this early in the season. It's just really bad for these kids. Crowley now coming up to the line of scrimmage. Tailback to the left, out of the shotgun. 2 wide left, 3 wide left, 1 wide right. They'll have a end tight on the right side. It'll be out to the flat again, caught behind him. He's off to the races. Tripped up, but brought down at about the Colony Cougar, 25-yard line. Run out of bounds. And
Where they dropped down to the prevent defense. And they threw it underneath, and he ran 15 yards before the first person even touched him. I don't understand why you do prevent in that situation.
And Crowley short of a first down by about at ball length. And the Colony Cougars will take over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 25.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was 4th down.
Garnett's watching another game tonight, and the Colony Cougars will take over from their own 25-yard line, and Crowley again pulls up short. Let's see if the Colony Cougars can mount a more effective.
So he was close to getting a first down.
He was close to getting a first down.
Okay, all right. I didn't see what down it was. My bad.
Colony Cougars come out now. ready for this drive in the fourth quarter. Both teams stuttering a bit on offense now. Harrington out of the shotgun, hands it to Abdallah across the set to the left, makes it around the corner, ends up picking up about 4 on the carry. We'll see where they spot this thing.
Tackle made by number 18, Colby Jackson. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
It'll be 2nd down and 6 from about what looks to be the 29-yard line as the Colony Cougars come up to the line of scrimmage. Tight set, no wideouts to the wide side of the field, one to the short side, stacked in a wing T on the left side, tailback to the left of Harrington. Looks like they're going to go in that set. Normally they would shift. They didn't this time. Harrington out of the shotgun, hands it to Abdallah around the wide side of the field. Abdallah all on his own, no blocking whatsoever. Brings it out to the line of scrimmage where he's brought down. He's going to.
Baker on the carry around the right side.
Uh-oh.
Colby Jackson again with the stop. Timeout on the field. Officials timeout for an injury.
That's Baker down on the carry. Was that Baker carrying the football that time?
Yeah, it looked like we got another cramping.
Baker trying to make it around the corner and brought down. Looks like he's got a bit of a cramp going on in the calf muscle. So we'll see him. We'll let him work on Baker for just a few minutes here while Crowley regroups and gets some water. Colony Cougars doing the same.
Well, and this is the first game of the season, so you see a lot of cramping going on there. Kids are getting back to used to the everyday football practice and going to school. It's still hot in this Texas heat, so a lot of dehydration going on. So hopefully they can get him some fluids so he'll get back into the game. All right, looks like they got Lurkman's about to go back to action here. They got the players off the field here. As Harrington takes a snap. Oh, he goes, let's see, he goes deep.
Oh, he goes deep, and
goes
it's
deep.
He goes deep, but it's thrown out of bounds.
Oh. Let's see who
Good effort by the Colony Cougars.
For Miles Price, Isaiah Henderson with the coverage. The incompletion brings up 4th down, 4th and 6.
Again, I don't want that clock to stop on these incomplete passes. I like the
check. There we go.
I like the
check. Okay. All right.
Colony Cougars now out of the shot. Oh, gonna punt this one. Crowley set really deep. Squib kick again. It's down the side of the field. It looked like it hit a Crowley player. Oh no! The Cougars might have picked it up after it bounced off a Crowley player, and sure enough, the Colony Cougars pick up the ball on the North Crowley 23-yard line after it bounced off of 2 Crowley players running down the field. Unbelievable bounce on the punt for the Colony Cougars, a gift, as it were, on the punt.
And everybody's cramping up.
And the Colony Cougars, everybody's dropping like flies tonight due to hydration.
We got another cramper on the.
And oh my goodness, the Colony Cougars are going to take over 1st and 10 from the Crowley 23-yard line.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for better. I mean,
wow.
And he was trying to get out of the way. He just didn't know where the ball was. He was running down the field. The ball just hits him. And then I don't know if the receiver knew if it hit him or not.
Unbelievable.
Looked like it hit him too.
Well, it hit the kid before the receiver that was running down with the ball.
Right.
He was running parallel with the ball.
And luckily, luckily the Cougar had enough sense to get the ball. Oh, delay a game.
Delay of game against the Colony is the call.
Oh, let's give them some yardage back, fellas.
Take the delay of game.
The 5-yard mark off. It's 1st down.
I think they were a little surprised that they got the ball back. I think they were in a team meeting on the sideline.
1st and 15 from the Colony 28, or from the North Crowley 28. Snaps back to Harrington under pressure in the pocket. Harrington covers the ball up and waits for the defense to swarm on him. There's going to be a flag on the play. Not sure what that's about.
That's going to be holding.
Going to probably be a holding against the Cougars.
Yeah, that's going to be a holding.
Come on, Colony. This is not the place to start choking up here.
No.
Number 30, Jacoby Tutt on the stop for North Crowley.
I think it's going to be on the outside.
Holding against the Colony.
Yeah, on the outside lineman. I'm not sure the number. But,
So the Cougars are going to take another hickey on the play before they ever get this thing uncorked.
Well, he wasn't. Well, here's the thing. The quarterback wasn't supposed to hold the ball that long. It was supposed to be a quick pass, but I don't think the receiver got out in his route. So he had to pull the ball back down, and then that's what led to the holding.
So that's going to take us to first down and first and 25 from the North Crowley 38. Colony Cougars have plenty of room to work now as Harrington comes up out of the shotgun. He's got a slot back on the right, tailback to his right, two wide right, left, with Miller alone on the numbers at the bottom of your screen on the short side of the field, working from the right hash mark. Harrington in the shotgun, snaps away. Harrington bobbles it. It's going to be a North Crowley recovery. Oh, maybe not. Colony Cougars fall on it after it squirts out from under North Crowley. Let's see what happens here. And yep, North Crowley's going to recover this thing at their own 45-yard line as the Colony Cougars, after a series of really lackadaisical penalties, are going to give the ball back to North Crowley at their own 45-yard line. The Colony Cougars, Garnett, cannot afford to be lackluster down the stretch.
Well, yeah, you had a golden opportunity there, but the team was okay. So the 5-yard penalty, the team was in a huddle. They're coming off the field. You get to delay a game, but you got to stay focused.
North Crowley, bad snap by North Crowley.
Not bad snap.
Quarterback covers it up, and he's gonna lose about 4 on the play. So it's going to be spot at the North Crowley 41. North Crowley will be second and 14 from that spot.
Look like we got another injured Cougar player. This looks to be
another Cougar down with
this
a cramp.
doesn't look to be a cramp. This looks to be an injury.
Really?
Yeah, this is not a cramp.
Can't see the number on the player down.
Well, the reason I was trying to turn on my mic earlier is I watched the defense. They ran back to where the first down marker was, and that's where they set their line for the prevent.
Make the tackle.
And so there was nothing going past that mark.
But he almost got there.
He
Move
did.
him up a little bit. Don't set him right at the line.
They gave him a lot of yardage.
Yeah, they
but
did.
At the same time, they knew where they had to
be.
tackle him,
Yeah.
and that was their line of demarcation.
Where you run up, you don't wait for him to get there. You run up and make the tackle.
But that's why that line was there, because they were watching this
and my bad, because I didn't realize it was
fourth down.
I thought it was third down. And I'm like, why are they giving them so much room on third down?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very unusual line.
Yes, yes.
So both teams waiting for the injured player to be scraped off the field, and looks like he's going to be able to make it off under his own power. Trainer's kind of telling him to take it easy here.
I still can't see a number.
Looks like number 6. Diego Soriano, defensive tackle. He's not a very big boy for a defensive tackle.
He's our speed rusher.
Senior for the Colony Cougars. Let's hope he's okay so he can return for next week's game. And the Colony Cougars now in defense come up to the line of scrimmage from the 41-yard line of the North Crowley Panthers.
So we're second down.
Second and 14 from that spot. Crowley out of the shotgun. It'll be handed off to the tailback. He dives forward, makes it out to about the 48-yard line. It'll be spot at the 46. That was a terrible spot for that kid. And Crowley will come up in a hurry-up offense. They're trying to get this thing down the field as quickly as possible. Again, and they're handing off the tailback again. He's going to run it up another 4 or 5 yards down to the Colony Cougar 47. Not quite enough for a first down.
No, but it's fourth down.
Fourth down and about 3, it looks like. 4th and 2. Crowley's going to go for it in the Cougar end of the field. Big play time for the Colony Cougar defense as Crowley out of the shotgun. He's going to look. It's going to be all quarterback. He's up the middle of the field. He's going to take this thing home for 6. Nobody there, and it's going to be Crowley 6. Not sure where the Colony Cougar defense was on that, fellas.
Well, what they've been doing all night, they've been blitzing a specific gap, and what he did, he was back far enough to see which gap they rushed through, and then he went the opposite way, and that's how he's been getting away from them. So you pick your poison, you either wait for him, or if you go your gap, then you can't catch him. So now here's where they missed that extra point earlier that they got to go for 2.
So Crowley going for 2. This would be a big stop for the Cougars right here. Would put Crowley in a big disadvantage down the stretch should things get close. And the Colony Cougars have a great opportunity here to kind of stuff things up. And Crowley's going to take a timeout here. Try to figure out how they're going to put 2 on the board against the Colony Cougar nickel.
Yeah, what a crazy ball game.
And the Colony Cougars, Garnett, they've got to stiffen up here. They cannot let their guard down and let Crowley get this thing close.
Yeah, you again, the best thing for you is to keep the clock running, and the only time you want to see that ball, the clock stop, is on first downs, and you only want to see it stop for a few seconds. You keep the ball in the middle of the field, but here's Crowley's try for 2 here.
So the Colony Cougars in a nickel with Crowley going for 2.
Fumble.
It's dropped.
Oh, get it up! Oh my goodness!
And Crowley will just get it in around the corner for 2, and that could make a big difference down the stretch here, folks, as Crowley brings this thing to 49-35.
Wow. The ball was snapped on the ground, and we didn't have enough rush to where he could get the ball. And he got outside and got a touchdown. Wow. All right, guys, hold on. We might have a ball game.
This
here.
is a ball game down the stretch, and Crowley is coming on. So the Colony Cougars have got to put the brakes on this team here, Garnett.
Well, we've had 2 golden opportunities here. You know, we got the ball on the punt, but we went backwards, and then we turned the ball over, which they just scored right here. But you still are up 2 touchdowns. The thing you got to do is you got to keep your foot on the pedal. You got to keep going, and you got to continue to let this clock roll. And then as it's running, you got to put the ball in the end zone, because you know just by what Crowley's done here in the last minute, they can score in less than 40 seconds.
No 2 ways about it, Garnett.
And we still got 7:36 left in the ball game. So what you got to do is you got to get the ball. You got to keep that clock running.
So the Colony Cougars have got to make a great return here, and take this thing to Crowley. Crowley pooch kicks it. It goes deep, and oh my goodness, it rolls out at the Colony Cougar 15, looks like.
So that's a penalty. So they're going to get it back up here to the 30. As long as it goes out of bounds.
Rodriguez kick goes out of bounds.
So the Colony Cougars luck out there on the pooch as it gets a Cougar bounce out of bounds. And they'll probably take over at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 30-yard line. As the Colony Cougar offense, Garnett, has got to return to controlling the line of scrimmage like they did at the beginning of this half.
They were controlling the line of scrimmage. That last series, they had too many mental errors and mistakes, and you cannot, at this junction in the ball game, you can't afford those mental mistakes.
No doubt about it. Colony Cougars have got to get focused here.
This is a winnable ball game. You got to take every play seriously.
Winnable ball game. They're up 2 scores.
Hey.
If they lose this thing, it'll be a shame. Oh, it's a reverse going around the left side. It's a pitch to. Oh, he's off to the races, and it looks like a foot race to the end zone. Can he make it? Don't slow down.
Slow down.
He's to the 10, the 5. It's a dive, and he's into the end zone. Is there a flag? Nope. It's a clean play. The Colony Cougars put 6 to answer the North Crowley score in the 4th quarter as your Colony Cougars make a reverse play around the left side of the set and down the numbers for 6 points. Who was that masked man? Was that Price?
It's coming off the field there. Yeah, they look like
that was
Price.
Number 2 Price, and Miles made a great break to the outside, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, that was a great pitch.
Somebody obviously has not trained him to run through the tape. Gonna have to talk to him about that at the tape, at the film room tomorrow. But heck of a run by Miles Price to put 6 on the board for the Colony Cougars. And Kevin Albaran,
and that's how you come back.
Albaran will set up for the PAT. Albaran set, snaps back, kick is up, and it looks good again. Albaran 100% perfect tonight as he puts another extra point on the board, and the Colony Cougars now lead the North Crowley Panthers midway through the 4th quarter.
So it was
56 to 35.
That play took 14 seconds to run.
And the Colony
7:22 now.
Colony Cougars not running much time off the clock.
No, not at all. Oh, you got to send your defenders back out there.
And the Colony Cougars have now proven that they have a big play in them to take this thing down the field and answer a big play by the opponent.
And that was a great answer. I mean, that was set up by their little quick hitches out all day.
Well, it was also set up by that jet sweep they've been trying to run and being stuffed.
Yeah.
Behind the line of scrimmage now 3 times tonight. And just before he got stuffed on that play, they flipped us to the back going around the other side, right?
That's what I said.
So the Cougars looking good tonight. Looking good.
Yes. And I don't think Crowley was expecting the reverse back.
No 2 ways about it. They didn't have anybody on the left side of the field. They sucked the whole defense to the left side. Right side was empty. And you're not going to run down Miles.
No.
That boy's got some wheels. Albaran, nice squib kick
kick a little bit deeper this
squib
time.
kick to the 25. It's field clean. He's off and running. This doesn't look good. Brought down about the 41-yard line. Ball may be loose. Cougars might have recovered. Let's see what comes out of the pile.
Chris Taylor on the return out across the 40-yard line to the 43.
Looks like he picked it back up.
How did he pick it back up? He was in a pile of humanity.
For the Cougars. The Panther offense will take over first down.
So first down from their own 43-yard line. The Panthers will come out on offense with 7 minutes to go here in the quarter. Plenty of time for them to rally, Garnett, with a few big plays and bring this thing close.
Yeah, let's see if we can stay focused, though. Now we got that score back. Let's see if the defenders can pick up some energy from that.
3 wide left, 1 to the right side of the field, short side on the right hash mark. Crowley moving to the north, south to north on the field from the right hash mark. Tailback to his left, quarterback in the shotgun, snaps away. He'll step back, three-step drop. He goes deep. Is the receiver going to be open? Sure enough, on the run, beautiful play. Crowley answers with a 1-play big drive, and now it's a shootout, Garnett.
Oh, my goodness.
It is straight up shootout.
How many? We've had one play.
3 plays, 3 scores.
Oh, my.
Put that in the rule book. Holy cow. This thing has turned into a track meet.
Wow.
Crowley with, and I got to say, 3 receivers deep, quarterback has his pick, and he puts it on the number.
And that's the one time tonight that the Cougars didn't rush. They backed up into coverage instead of rushing. Every time tonight they've rushed.
He hit Christopher Taylor on a dead run
he hit him
at the number, dude.
In stride, and all the receiver did was put his hands up.
What a beautiful play.
Come on, ref. You got to blow it dead.
Oh, he's not going to blow that dead.
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Are you kidding me? He blocked the kick. Oh, my goodness. They had it stopped.
So for those of you at home listening to this game,
Wow.
on the
I
PAT,
haven't seen that before.
the North Crowley Panthers get the PAT blocked. There's a scrum for the ball. Crowley picks it up, and they basically run it in with the whole point after team and point 2 on the board. Unbelievable on a broken play.
That's rugby style right there.
That was gangster rugby style.
I mean, I thought they were going to blow it dead because they had them stopped.
So,
and then they started moving the pile, and the refs just let it play out.
So 56-43, your Colony Cougars still up on the North Crowley Panthers, but Crowley is not going down without a fight here.
So in the last 34 seconds, we've had 3 scores.
Inside a minute, 3 scores on, wait,
There's still
count
7:02 left.
Count it, 3 plays. Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. That's unreal.
This game is insane.
Well, and Crowley is getting, I should say North Crowley, is getting some home cooking by the ref.
Well, they are getting some home cooking, Garnett, but the Cougars have got to keep the pressure up here, man.
Now that touchdown pass was, that was not on the ref.
So we got to hope for a scrib kick here and a great return, and our offense has got to move the ball in for a score.
Well,
they kick it deep on us. Did we field that ball at the 10?
No, he knocked it out of bounds.
we're going to get the ball at the 10-yard line.
So the Colony Cougars try to field the ball at the 10-yard line, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Cougars
No, he
take
just
over.
reached over there and pushed it out.
1st and 10 from the 10. Unbelievable. There's going to be some coaching on that in the film room tomorrow. That looked like the first kickoff of the game when Crowley did the same thing.
Yeah,
So your
that
Colony
hurts
Cougars
you
just
because
dug a hole for themselves.
If you go 3 and out here, you just give them good field position. So you got to move the ball.
You got to move the ball.
You got to move the ball.
Harrington deep in his own territory, 1st and 10 from his own 10-yard line on a really bad kickoff return attempt. And the Cougars now have dug themselves a hole against a very, very explosive, potent North Crowley team. When they look like they're down, they come back with a huge play. So Harrington standing pretty much on the goal line. Oh my gosh, was there a penalty on the play?
Yeah, the coaches kept the kids in the huddle too long, and they didn't.
So a 5-yard delay a game, they're going to be 1st and 15 from the 5. Harrington working out of his end zone. Abdallah got the ball. He's running horizontal on the field in the end zone. Brings it out to maybe the 10. We could only hope. So Abdallah out to the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 10.
Well, they don't have a play clock down there. I don't see their play clock working tonight on either end.
So Harrington working out of the shotgun again.
And the coaches kept the kids in the huddle too long.
We're going to get a delay of game again if we're not careful. Harrington. Quick handoff to the tailback, and he's covered up at the line of scrimmage. This is not looking good for the Cougars right about now, fellas.
Jaden Abdallah, the ball carrier. Kelton Davis leads the charge. for the Panther defense. No gain on the play. It is third down.
Third down and 10 for the Colony Cougars from their own 10-yard line. The Panther defense has covered them up on every attempt right now, except for the first one where Abdallah got it out 5 yards, picked up the penalty yardage.
Here's Miller one-on-one.
Out of the shotgun, he drops into the coverage. Miller down the sideline, and it's broken up by the defense. Good defensive play by the North Crowley Panthers.
Harrington's pass falls incomplete, intended down the sideline for David Perkins.
And it was intended for Perkins down the sideline with his bright green gloves. And it's going to be fourth down and 10 from the 10-yard line.
All right, so we're going to have the punter. So we're going to make sure we keep the punter.
And Alboran will come out to punt the ball. And North Crowley is going to come up with great field position here. I don't know what's going on down there. Guys running back and forth trying to figure out who's on and who's off. Here comes the snap. Punts away. It's a squib down the right side of the field. It gets a Cougar bounce to about the 50, and it's going to be down there at the 50-yard line. North Crowley Panthers will take over first and 10 from the 50-yard line. That could have been a lot worse, Garnett.
Yeah, you would have liked them to move the ball there and control the game clock. You only took a minute and a half off the clock, and by Crowley getting that two-point conversion, they've gotten two two-point conversions, on bad snaps.
So 5.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Colony Cougars on defense from the 50-yard line. First and 10, North Crowley takes over. North Crowley has got the momentum right now in this game, unfortunately. It's a quarterback sneak up the middle of the field. He's going to be off to the races. He may score on this play, Garnett. Sure enough, he's going to score. And Crowley puts another 6 on the clock, on the scoreboard. Oh my gosh, it's one play, one score for Crowley in the last 3 plays. If the defense doesn't step up and stop Crowley, they're going to lose this ball game, Garnett.
You gotta play defense. You gotta play defense.
Wow, 56-49 with just over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and this is going to make it a one-score game.
So Crowley takes the extra point. They missed the extra point, a gift for the Colony Cougars.
Yeah, but we're still down 7 by them. Up 7 by them getting the two-point conversion earlier.
I get that, but the problem is if they make that extra point, they score an extra point, they go ahead by 1.
That's true. That's true.
And so it's at least an even ball game at this point. Crowley they can't take advantage of that screwy play on the last score, right?
That's true. But
so
we got to. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start.
So it's a one-score ball game now with the Colony Cougars up on North Crowley, 56-49. This thing has been a barn burner here in North Crowley tonight. Over 100 points scored in this game. Unbelievable. And the Colony Cougars look like they're running out of gas.
Yeah, it looks like they're. I don't know if they don't want to play coverage or if they want to blitz. If they blitz, they blitz in the wrong gap.
I don't know, but the offense has got to stay out there long enough for the defensive coaches to talk to their defense.
Well, and I was just about to go there. Your offense has got to go more than 3 plays.
They got to do more than 3 and out here, guys. I mean, come on, offense. We got to bring it.
And you look at the score. They score 56 points.
I get that, but it don't matter if you score 156 if the other team scores 157.
But you got, and that's what I said. You got to keep scoring.
So they got to keep taking it down the field, put this thing in the end zone.
And here's the thing: it's those short fields where they had the ball.
Yeah.
They had those 2 turnovers on short field.
Absolutely.
And then they had the short field again. They had another turnover.
Absolutely, turnovers killing them.
That's the ball game right there.
So Crowley lines up for the kickoff. The Colony set 3-man deep. It's a squib. Oh, it goes through, and then it's going to go out of bounds. Did we touch it?
I don't know. Did he touch it?
Oh, and so the Colony touches a squib. goes out of bounds at about the 20, so the Colony Cougars take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They got to quit touching those things when they're headed for the sideline.
Set them back a little bit deeper to get that ball.
So the Colony Cougars will come out 1st and 10 from their own 20 on what has proven to be a barn burner track meet of a game. Both teams scoring on big plays, and Crowley has scored 3 times in 3 plays on 3 separate drives in the last 3 attempts. Unbelievable. Colony Cougars break one up the middle. I don't know who that madman is, but he's off to the races.
Hold the ball, hold the ball,
hold the ball, and he's brought down at the Colony at the North Crowley 4-yard line.
Yeah, that's Abdallah. If he wasn't out of gas.
And Abdallah breaks one up the middle of the field, running like a man possessed, and brings it down to the Crowley 44. First down, Colony Cougars.
Yeah.
Unbelievable run by Abdallah.
It looked like he was gassed there because the defender caught him tonight, which hasn't been catching him all night, but that was a good job running and holding on to the ball.
So out of the shotgun, Harrington lines his team up. Tailback and slot back are to the right. Got one man, Perkins, lone man to the short side, and 2 wideouts to the left. I'm not sure where they're putting Miller right now. Is he off the field? No, Miller's to the top of the field.
Keep running that ball.
So reverse to the right side now as it clears the corner. He's off to the races. This could be a score, and the Colony Cougars take it into the end zone.
No, you better call it touchdown.
That should be a touchdown. That's what I'm talking about.
He did not want to call it touchdown.
On the reverse, the Colony Cougars score again and find the North. Oh, man, what are we going to get?
He's going to call a penalty on the Cougars for talking to the crowd.
No, I think he's going to call a penalty on the North Crowley coach.
No, he's calling it on the Cougar defender.
Really?
Yep. For talking to the crowd.
Oh, my gosh.
Watch. He's talking to the crowd. Unsportsmanlike. Told you.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Colony Cougars, something that this team cannot get under control. These players have got to learn to play under control and quit doing stupid stuff like that. That could cost them a ball game, Garnett.
Yeah, he was talking to the crowd. But the crowd was loud, and they were talking to you. And what you gonna do? I'm gonna talk to the crowd too.
Garnett, you're gonna get 15 yards every time you do it.
I'm gonna talk to the crowd too. I'm gonna say now.
Every time you're gonna get 15 yards too.
I'm gonna talk to the crowd too. I'll take that one.
We can't let you on the sideline.
I can't believe the ref threw a flag on that. That's crazy. Uh-oh.
I don't know what the stink that was.
Looked like we had a busted play on the extra point.
Falls incomplete. The conversion is no good. With 4:19 left in the game,
let's look at this.
We've had 62, North Crowley 49.
So the Colony had to go 3 plays earlier, but other than that, we've had 5 one-play scores. No, we went 2 plays right here and scored.
So 62-49, your Colony Cougars lead the North Crowley Panthers on a broken play on the PAT. Can't convert, and the Colonies come up short. So that could hurt the Colony down the stretch.
Yeah, that may hurt, but at least we get to kick the ball, and let's see where we're going to kick it from.
With 4:19 to go,
we're going to kick it from the 25.
The Colony Cougars have got to step up and make something happen here, Garnett.
Well, we can't give up any more one play. If they're going to score a touchdown, we got to make them use the clock. We have 4:19 left, and we're up 2 scores. Unbelievable. I tell you, though, there's a lot to talk about in film study.
Boy, film is going to be a lively place tomorrow, I'm telling you. I'd like to be a fly on the wall in that locker room.
But it'd be better if you win, even with all the mistakes.
I agree. It's going to be an ugly day if they lose. I mean,
we don't talk like that.
You come.
We don't talk like that.
Well, you know what? Anything can happen in high school football. 62-49, your Colony Cougars lead the North Crowley Panthers with 4:19 to go in the fourth quarter. This thing is a barn burner. Those of you who stayed at home tonight missed a heck of a ball game, and the Colony Cougars are still trying to pull this one off. North Crowley not going down without a fight. Cougars poised for the kickoff. Crowley ready for the return. The ball is squibbed short, really short. It's going to go out of bounds on the 45, looks like. Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
And he's going to get 5 yards off of that. That was a poor kick.
That was a horrible kick. Man, when you're kicking with the 15-yarder, you need to kick that thing away. There's no way you're going to kick it out of the end zone with the way we're kicking it tonight. That was a bad call.
Yeah, make them earn it.
So North Crowley's going to take over what, at the 50-yard line?
No, they're going to take over at the 49.
Colony Cougar 49. Crowley will take over 1st and 10. The Cougar defense has got to step up, Garnett, and seal the holes and shut this offense down in North Crowley.
Well, I apologize for taking that penalty. I may have still taken that penalty, but yeah, you got to bring your defense out and you got to play hard.
This defense has got to come to play here, and they got to shut down that flat. Oh my gosh! So the snap's away. North Crowley looking at the flat again. Caught. He's brought down. Oh, ball's loose.
No, that's a shoot.
Oh, a shoot.
Pass complete to number 5, Stephen Jones.
So pass complete at the 49-yard line. He brings it up for another 2. They're going to spot it at the 46. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 46-yard line. North Crowley out of the shotgun. Tailback to his left. 3 wide out to the right. 1 to the left. Crowley handoff to the tailback. He's out. He steps left. He's going to drag a host of Colony Cougars down the field. He'll pick up the first down at the 39-yard line of the Colony Cougars, and the North Crowley Panthers are on the move. The only good thing about this drive is they're marking a little bit of time off the clock with 3:40 to go in the quarter. Panthers with a first down, still controlling the football. The Colony Cougar defense got to step up and make the stop.
And the good thing is they only have 1 timeout left.
Send the tailback to the left slot. Quarterback lone man, he's going to keep it up the middle of the field. Somebody's got to stop him, and he's stopped. Hit hard at the 34-yard line.
Quarterback draw up the middle. Tackle made by number 5, Donovan Callis.
And the Colony Cougars stop him on that play. It'll be 2nd and 5 to go from the spot, out of the shotgun, tailback to his left, 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right, a little right of the center field. He throws it out to the tailback, who's off and running. He takes it down. He may take this thing in. Nope, he's forced out at the Colony Cougar 17. It'll be first down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Colony Cougar defense, Garnett, has got to do better than this.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's got to cover that bat coming out, and somebody's got to watch the quarterback.
With 2:53 to go in the quarter, this thing's getting tight. It's a pass to the end zone. He's wide open. It's probably going to be there.
Nope, he missed.
Incomplete.
Oh, nice
what a great breakup by the defender.
Finally, somebody put their hands up.
Finally, somebody blocks that one, knocks that one down. Great pass by the North Crowley quarterback. Put it on the money. Just a great play by the Colony cornerback.
Looked like that receiver is injured down there.
So North Crowley is going to have 2nd down and 10 from the 17, from the 18, or 19 looks like, from their own 19, and we're getting an injury on the play of the North Crowley wide receiver. And the Colony defense comes up with a big play in the corner of the end zone, something they haven't been able to do, particularly on that receiver tonight. So that's encouraging. Perhaps it was because he didn't have enough field to get loose from the defender. But Crowley putting the pressure on the Colony Cougars now. Game's certainly not reminiscent of last year. Out of the shotgun, tailback to the left. North Crowley comes to the line of scrimmage. Snaps away, it's low, handed off to the tailback. He's going to make a run for it. Stood up at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a couple of yards past it. He's going to be brought down at about the 12-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 5 from the 12.
Gain of 5 on the play.
I'm sorry, 3rd and 5 from the 12-yard line. North Crowley comes up to the line of scrimmage. They can see pay dirt. They can smell pay dirt. Can they get there? Man's wide open in the right corner. It's thrown long, out of bounds, incomplete. That'll bring us to 4th down and 5 from the 12-yard line. North Crowley now stuttering a little bit with not really so much pressure from the Colony defense. The battle is starting to wear on both teams, Garnett.
Yeah, it's been a long ball game. It's been this Texas heat, and it's the first game of the season. So kids are getting used to that contact.
2:14 to go, and Crowley, 4th and 5 from the 12, come out in the shotgun. Tailback to the left of the quarterback. 3 wide left. Quarterback rolls out to his left. He's got a whole host of receivers there. He's going to get run out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
I don't think he got the first down. I think it's the Colony's ball.
No, he didn't get the first down. He had to get to the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
He's going to turn the ball over to the Colony Cougars on the 14-yard line.
That's great defense right there.
So your Colony Cougars come up with a big defensive stand when they need it. They're going to take over 1st and 10 from the 14. Not particularly great field position, but at least they got the ball back with 2 minutes to play.
They got the ball back 2 minutes to play, and Crowley only has 1 timeout. I'm running the ball 3 straight times.
So I'm telling you what, the Colony Cougars.
And I'm taking every minute off the clock.
Ball control is king right now. The Colony Cougars can run this clock out if they play the game properly.
Yes.
And don't give it up.
No.
Keep a handle on this thing.
First thing they did right was they got out of the huddle. Hopefully let's not get a 5-yard penalty.
So Mikey comes out in the shotgun. No, from under. In the shotgun, hands it off to Price? I'm not sure that's the pick I would have called for that.
Oh, no, I'm running it right down the middle, and I'm holding on to that ball.
I know, but Price ain't the guy. He's dropped it 3 times tonight.
No, that's Abdallah.
Oh, it was Abdallah. So Abdallah up the middle. They're going to burn some time off this clock.
2nd down.
Minute 47, clock running.
Wait,
Mikey comes out.
Snap it yet.
Let it run, Mikey. And Colony Cougars are going to pause. Coaches are going to make them pause for a realignment on the play call. Going to let that clock run a little bit.
Watch the clock. Unfortunately, the play clock, we don't have a play clock tonight.
So Mikey now comes back out, realigns his team, moves everybody to the left side of the set. Ball snapped away. Abdallah up the middle. I hurdles one guy, brought down at about the 19-yard line, picks up a gain of 1. But it's not about yardage right now. It's about time. Colony Cougars trying to run this clock out with 1:08 to play.
There is no 25-second clock, okay? So the back judge is doing the clock.
Yeah.
And he's signaling to the coach. The coach is watching him. Our coach is watching him. And at 10 seconds, he puts his hand up. I'm watching, trying to figure out what they're signaling.
Okay.
Because our coach is telling us they're penalized if they don't know what the time is.
Right.
Now then he's giving him a signal at 10 seconds. And then there it is. There's the hand up. And so now then we do the play.
Okay.
And that way we're not getting the delay of game, but we used all the time, or as much as possible.
Oh, first down, baby. First down, baby.
Oh, and Abdallah picks up the first down, and that's the ball game,
folks. That's
going
to be ball game.
The Colony Cougars are going to come out of this one with a big win here in North Crowley against the North Crowley Panthers, a team that is very potent, big play team, can make it happen, and the Colony Cougars come out on top tonight in a barn burner here in North Crowley. Unbelievable. The Colony Cougars now are going to set up in victory formation.
But I don't think they have to snap the ball because the clock was at 34 seconds when that play ended.
Clock running 14 seconds, and this is the ball game. The Colony Cougars are going to go away with the win. Cougars win this one, folks. 56-49 here in North Crowley, and the Panthers are stunned by an outstanding effort by the Colony Cougars. Your Colony Cougars are now 1-0. Haven't seen this in quite some time. And things are looking good here for the Colony Cougars.
Right there, stop.
District play, non-district play.
Non-district first game of the season. They
look
look great.
And they look, I mean, a few mistakes are in there, but coachable mistakes, and that's a very good victory against a very good team out here, and that can help you go a long ways this season.
Thanks for listening to us here on TCHSradio.com. You can pick up the broadcast 5 times in the following week. on cable or stream it live from the TCG TV website. I'm Jeff Green with Garnett Powell in the booth. Our producer, Wes Bledsoe, and on camera, J.R. Anguiano. Here in North Crowley, come see us next week at the Star Ford Center in Frisco, Texas. 7 o'clock on Thursday. Should be a good game there. Look to see everybody. Thanks for listening to us tonight. We'll see you next week.
See ya.